Good evening everybody. I hope you're doing well this fine Sunday evening. Let's swap on over to the regular scene. Get the sounds of the audio up and running. Who do we have in tonight? Aspie Savage, Natty, Eridastia, Stopcraft, Yalek, Gwazilin, and Tave, and Kozakov, Rhyperia, Targ, Atzler, Grumpy Dad, Implied Sight, Caregun, Darkwing, Mr. Ugly, Happy Sunday, Adrios, Asherak, Alexia, Daily Show. Happy Canadian Thanksgiving. Is it really? Oh, that's fantastic. Adrios, thank you so much. 22 months, that's amazing. Thank you for your support. That is amazing. I have a whole lot of emotes for you. Thank you for your continued support. 22 months, almost 2 years. That's absolutely amazing. Thank you. Elahoof, Doc Otter, Crazy Pink Iguana. That's everyone so far, and good evening one and all. What a week it's been. We've had relics ups and we've had relics downs and we've had all sorts of in between in the gold making this week, and we've got all the excitement of pre-patch hitting us next week, so only a few days away. It's going to be interesting. Turkey on the way in a few hours. Oh, fantastic. Well, happy Canadian Thanksgiving for everyone. Slugmar, good evening to you. Crapin, good evenings. Hope you're doing well. Lovely to have so many people in. Excuse me. Did I do Elahoof and Doc Otter? I think I did, but excuse me. Good evening to you too. Sorry, I'm so sorry for coughing my way through that. Eridastia coming in with your Prime. That is amazing. 4 months. Thank you so much. And
John 9 just subscribed. Good evening all.
Good evening, John, as well. Thank you. That's amazing. 20 months. Thank you. Man, that's kicked off a hype train at the beginning of the stream as well. That is absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for all your contributions, everyone. It really does make a huge difference. So thank you. Thank you one and all. I think we need a local lockdown. I think it's just a tickly one. We're not going full on illness here. Looking forward to the next Samadan and Stavadan adventures. Yes, me too, Kergan. We're going to be adapting our markets and doing new things and seeing how we can make some gold in the new climate. Game Cat, good evening to you. John's back, good evening to you. And Aid, thank you so much. Brand new sub. Taking our hype to level 2. Thank you so much. Welcome on board. Welcome to the Samadan squad. Have a whole lot of emotes just for you. Thank you. Thank you so much. That is amazing. And Kaylina01, thank you so much for the follow. Lovely to have you here. Just started watching my gold making starter guide on YouTube, where I start as a level 1 druid. I hope you're enjoying that one, Slugma. And good evening, Naxium. Hope you're doing well. Jack's in tonight. Good evening, Jack. Hope you're doing well. Yelek's here. Lycam's here. Good evening. How is everyone? How's your Sunday? How's your weekend been so far? Who here is excited for pre-patch next week? There's a lot to be doing, and what are people's plans as well? Are people going to be leveling alts? Are they going to be trying to make gold? Are they going to fill out their professions? Are they seeing if they can collect anything they haven't got? Kaylina, this gal. Mixed feelings after relics. It's a tricky one. There's still money to be had in various places, and of course the main purpose of relics is to be able to sell to other players. I still think that's going to be an option. 8-hour maintenance. So is it really that long? Yeah, I'm not surprised, to be honest. Watch my VOD collecting recipes. Guess what I've been up to all day? Collecting recipes, I imagine. Spent all day crafting enchants in pre-patch. 8 shuffles you can do in pre-patch. 8 hours? Yeah, exactly. Excited and nervous about it. Ults for you, but doesn't bother you. They sometimes don't tell us what's going on, like how Pandera is inaccessible on PTR for the past few weeks. Is that true? I didn't realise that, Zanief. That's amazing. I'm not sure what's going to happen then.
Campaign Sama 22 just subscribed. Thank you for your wonderful continued contributions to this community.
Can be Sama. Thank you for your wonderful sub as well. That is absolutely amazing. Thank you. Thank you. That is amazing. Have a whole lot of emotes for you. Kicking the hype train further on into level 2. That is amazing. Thank you all. That is brilliant. And Attila coming in with a cheer as well. Thank you.
Atlu cheered. X100. So excited for SL. I just passed 500k gold, the most I've ever had. Here's to making even more. Thanks for all the info you share.
You're more than welcome, Attila. It's lovely to have you here, and congratulations on your first milestone of 500,000 gold. That's not to be sniffed at. That's a decent chunk of gold, definitely. What was that? Linking. It's because of the dots, Tave. Anything with a dot in it always thinks it's a link. It's a bit strange. Can be Sam, thank you so much. Gifting out a community sub as well. That is amazing. Thank you. That is incredibly kind of you. Thank you, Can be Sam. Most appreciated indeed. I have a whole lot of emotes for you. That is absolutely brilliant. Thank you. Get stuck in the loop of getting disconnected if you try to go to Pandaria, or if your character is already there on the PTR and just completely makes your characters unable to be used. That would explain why I tried going there to test out the whole wand thing a few days back, and I got a disconnected from server. I wondered why that was. I thought it was just down to me, but obviously it's a more widespread issue than I realised. That's very interesting. I can recommend the first of hopefully many WoW Economy podcasts. Yes, Darkwing, I'm not sure if the Wowhead blog has gone live yet. I've got a link to everything in there. Let me have a look. No, it's not gone live yet. We'll have a look. Yeah. Yes, I did, Jack. Just before I went live, so I didn't get a chance to install it just before I started. But it sounds interesting. I'd like to see token prices on my Titan panel. Definitely. That is amazing. Won't copy your Death Knight. She's in Pandaria. Moved her and it was fine. Right. Okay, it is. That's interesting. Feldecay, good day to you. Hope you're doing well. Good evening, Commander Bond. Anyone else I missed coming in there? Let me just scroll up. You're wonderful. Thank you, Kaidar. That's so kind of you to say so. Let me just make sure I didn't miss anything. There we go. Long way since I took the 14th off work instead of the 13th. That's probably a good plan, definitely. There we go. Just scroll back down. You got the tip from Lycam. Fantastic. Well, thank you, everyone. That was amazing. Thank you for kicking off the stream with a lovely little hype train. That is absolutely brilliant. Thank you all for your support. That is a great way to start the stream. Thank you all. Tigress, good evening to you. Afternoon, good evening, Crazy Gamer. Lovely to have you here. Jack stalks you in many different streams. There we go. Emotes are being dished out. Great work, everyone. Thank you so much for that initial support. That is absolutely wonderful. We are getting there with our Chewbacca onesie, most definitely. There we go. Add-ons, token price checker. That's going to be useful actually. I'll have to add that on. Let's have a look, and there we go. It's literally just gone live now, so I'll just copy the Wowhead link and the command for that. Get that sorted. Wowhead, there we go. Edit that. Move on over here. Number 146. Wow, doesn't time fly when you're having fun? So we'll move this on over here. And we'll pop that there, and then I can see that. And Magijur? Is that Magi Junior or Magijur? Thank you so much for the follow. Lovely to have you here. Let me have a look. Real Ginny, good evening to you. Lovely to have you here. Let me have a look. Exclamation mark Wowhead should give you the link to the current one, 146. And McPaininator, thank you so much for the follow. Lovely to have you here. Let me just scroll down to get to the meat and bones of the article. We can have this up at the beginning, wait for a few more people to come in, and then we can start talking about all things Relic and everything else in between, of course. He says that to you as well. I guess you have great taste. Served me a 7 Place WoW stream from 2 years ago. So much younger then. Oh, really, Commander Bond? Wow, 2 years ago. I mean, my old streams are. I'm not sure what to do with those at this point. I don't know whether to keep them on my main channel or start trying to transfer them over to my Samadan Streams channel. It's going to be an interesting one there. I'm not sure, but it's a lot of work because there's a lot of them as well. So I'm not sure if I could do that easily. There we go. Manny the Coconut Addict, good evening to you. Lovely to have you here. Hope you're doing well. I'll use another add-on for that, I think. Okay, fantastic. Brumblefar, good evening to you. Bella Garcia, good evening. Hope you're doing well. Lovely to have so many people in the stream tonight. So there we go. Thank you, Jack, for the heads up. So, things... Let's just move this across a little bit. It's just not quite lined up. There we go. So, things to talk about tonight. So, we obviously all saw what happened this week. On, when was it? Wednesday I posted on Wowhead about the whole wand shuffle. And that was came to light thanks to Woora letting me know via Twitter about that. And then I sat on it and chewed kind of like the pros and cons of it, and then decided to make a post about it. And then, what was it, 90 minutes after that, we had the great big Relic dump of extra mats. The Relic of the Past 4 and 5 needing 15 or 25 of either Penumbra Thread, Curing Salt, or Luminous Flux. And that effectively wiped out all of the vendor shuffles that we were talking about earlier, which largely I think is a good thing. There's still opportunities here if you do want to do some sort of vendor shuffle. So it's not completely dead, but it does refocus us on the main purpose of relics, which is selling them to other players, which is always a good thing. Momo, good evening to you. So excited when I'm not working on a stream day. Well, it's lovely to have you here, Crazy Gamer. The spirit of gold be with you. I like that. That's a nice saying. Hellrider, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. There we go. You got it. US community. I'll need to standardise all of those, Jack. I haven't got around to doing that yet. Still disappointed they don't read our returns in beta and PTR. How do you mean, GameCat in terms of returns? Do you mean like in our bugs? Is that what you mean? You're happy with a nerf. Oh, Drizzling Rose is here. Lovely to have you here. Oh yes, that reminds me actually. Meant to do that earlier. But lovely to have you here, Drizzling Rose. A valued member of the Goldmaking community. She has a wonderful garrison guide, which... exclamation mark Rose, which will pop in there as well. No problem at all. Tetomania, good evening to you. Lovely to have you here. Possibly to change the commands if needed. That's a good idea, Jack. I might be able to sort something out there. I'll have a look as to what's possible. Sad about the relic nerf. Bought about 100,000 of cloth for the relics. It all depends on the price you've got that for, Testimony. I wouldn't despair too much. There's still opportunities to be had, as we'll discuss further in the Wowhead blog. There's plenty of things you can still do with it. What I certainly wouldn't recommend is dumping it all on the auction house now, because the prices have obviously plummeted. We've seen, I've got a couple of snapshots here. This is what it looked like on Shadow Song for linen cloth and mage weave cloth. So we're all going along, investing, pushing the prices up, speculating on what might happen, and then boom, here, the news hit. The red line is the quantity, suddenly skyrocketing up, and then the blue line is the price plummeting down to what it was. And then we've got the same here for mage weave, which went incredibly high in quantity, dropped right down to, what's that, under a gold at least, and then that's actually a point where you could still make some money, where it got down to here, and an enterprising person has gone and bought them all up and put the price back up there, which I think is pretty good. Wolven Hunt, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Hacons pays his mods also 50,000 per stream for modding. I'm sure he does, Jack. I'll have to get Hicons to corroborate that. I bought 20,000 mage weave cloth last night for 1 gold each. I think I think 1 gold's okay for Mage Weave. Rune Cloth at 1 gold is also okay, I think. Yeah. Yeah, it is Kegam. This is what I love about it. It doesn't matter whether the relics got nerfed or not. The fact that we all speculated, and then the market's adapted, and then the market's changed on new news. This is, for want of a better word, like market trading in a way in World of Warcraft, on sort of speculation and futures and news and things like that. Thank you, Darkwing. Worth a try. Relics are intended to have the effect of using cool items for various contents to be used in various expansions. Exactly, Lysian. That is the focus of it. It's clearly something for either players to make themselves or to sell to other players, and it really does reinvigorate the entire market of relics, of old professions rather. So I definitely think that the focus on the vendor shuffle side of it kind of took our attention away, and I did this myself because it was very much a immediate gold making opportunity, if not in doing the vendor shuffle in the future, but also in speculating on the materials in the present. I still believe classic blacksmithing items like as Arcanite Champion will be priceless. Yeah, I don't know about specific items, but I definitely think there'll be some good items in there, definitely. 15 silver Mage Weave on your server. Kaida, I would be buying that one up, certainly. Gwynley, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Tiger Race Ray, thank you so much for the follow. Joey Dazzle, good afternoon to you. Things are going very well, thank you very much. How about yourself? You sold 5,000 Greater Magic Essences 3 days ago for 8 gold each, one day after they were sold for 90 silver. That's very fortunate timing, Bixer. That's very fortunate timing indeed. White Bandit Mask and more. Exactly, Jack. There's a few other items there, certainly. You just need to look at the PTR, things that either don't need relics or a certain relic combination. We'll go into... There's a few videos and things further on, but in general, obviously, this all changed. I mean, obviously, we had the whole tuxedo thing first for 34,000, then the Monk Vendor 1 shuffle. These things were clearly going to break the economy, which weren't a good thing, certainly. 3 primary search, 90% don't read the instructions and leave the application blank with no info. Hellrider, I think that's... you reject them, do you? I think that's probably a good idea. Have to try up a low level on beta, but I have about 1 to 30, you don't need anything. Items from the quest is more than enough. What you hope is to save the relics, is that the Twink will be back, but we will see. Exactly, that's what I'd like. I think maybe the level 50, 51 Twink is going to be the kind of thing we're going to see things, certainly. Palaz MCA, thank you so much for the follow. Clothy for 3k easy gold, whilst leveling made a bit selling speed potions. Look at the TSM, exactly how much you made. That's pretty good, definitely. You have 13,000 Titan Residuum, so you buy the cheap gear, disenchant it for crystals, instead of waiting for the Residuum to be turned into silver. Now, I haven't tested this, Rose, but I would suggest making it into items, but don't disenchant it. Keep it until pre-patch and then vendor it. I believe, I need this confirming because I haven't got any Titan Residuum to test myself, but I believe if you have the gear in pre-patch, you can vendor it. But I could do with someone to confirm that because I haven't tried that myself. Sold the rune cloth robe for 600, crafting cost was 30. There are better ways to use all that cloth and vendor shuffle. Exactly, Natty. That's what I'd like to see, is more different things we can make with this. Manthias goes through a nice video of things you could possibly make in order to turn your excess goods into something else, which has got quite a few good suggestions on there. And then Comlit and Solheim have got a couple of videos talking through a few various vendor shuffles that still exist at the moment on the PTR. Real Snub, thank you so much for the follow. Tiger Ace Ray, it's going very well, thank you very much. Watch my Let's Play series. For some reason, never followed you on Twitch. Well, it's lovely to have you here. Get one item and copy your tune on PTR. Yes, give that a go, Rose, and let me know how you get on with it. I'll be interested to know if you can actually vendor those items. You can sell Azurite pieces in pre-patch. Yeah, that's what I heard, Real. So in which case you'd probably get more for your Titan Residium doing it that way than the other way round. Now, if it doesn't work out, you can always disenchant it in pre-patch as well. Yeah. Putting up guys just keeps nerfing stuff. As long as it goes in the right direction, I'm more than happy with that. I would rather highlight something that is potentially, you know, going to break the economy at the risk of sort of Blizzard doing something that we didn't expect they would do. I mean, when I posted about the Monk Wonder Shuffle, I suggested that they make the items not disenchantable, which happened in the pre-patch, but they also added in the whole Relic extra things as well. What would be for you the best spot to farm cloth on Shadowlands? I've heard that the best way to farm cloth is any of the bonus objectives that have humanoids in it would be a good place to go for. We'll go back and read instructions. You can buy 445 Azurite items for 170 Titan Residium. That's a decent amount, actually. You could probably turn that into a reasonable amount of gold, I imagine. Just scrapped your Azurite. Should you buy some with Titan Residium? I think you can sell it in pre-patch, is what we're looking at the moment. Search one with mobs with 4,000 HP. I don't know whether that's going to work or not in terms of like places to go to farm them specifically. I haven't been looking for farms myself, certainly. If Blizzard thinks it needs to be nerfed, they'll do it anyway. A guide won't change that. Be thankful people share their tips to other Goldmakers. Exactly, Kozakov. We are but players of the game, and Blizzard, it's their game, and they will do what they think is best, certainly. Now you have all 9 of your remotes macroed on your keyboard on the function numpad. That's fantastic, Rose. I need to set myself up with something like that. Either that or get myself a stream deck, or that's one of the things I've been thinking of getting, actually. The auction house, best place to farm cloth. Yes, takes less time as well. Exactly, yes. I didn't cotton on what you said there for the first time. Thanks for the videos, you're awesome. Well, thank you so much, Palace. It's very kind of you to say so. Mr. Powergrid, good evening to you. I hope you're doing well. Lovely to have you here. I'm not sure what I would do with a stream deck other than pressing my emotes is the main thing I can think of. And a mouse for WoW. Yes, I think a mouse and a one of the other things on the other side, one of those Razor Tartarus things. I started making a shop. Where's my new link for it? Amazon. That one. I made a shop with starting a collection of stream stuff that either I would like in the future or would like to sort of recommend to other people. Jingbabo, thank you so much for the follow. Comlet coming in, thank you so much for the sub.
Comlet just subscribed. Just wanted to say hi, man, and stopped by tongue.
Stop by tongue. Apologies, Brian. But thank you, Comlet. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. We have one of Comlet's videos featured here on this week's Wowhead blog. So please do go check out Comlet. The link is here in the Wowhead blog. And, oh, Woorards, you're in here as well. Lovely to have you here. Have a Tartarus Chroma, a great bit of kit in your opinion. Oh, interesting. I would like to try one. I know Drizzling Rose, I think you've got one as well. They do seem quite good, yeah. Old phone with a stream app, maybe. That could work, actually. That's another option. And what else did I miss? Hold on, did I just scroll on up? App for your phone that can do Stream Deck stuff in the meantime. Would like to mess with one. If you'd like to mess with one. Okay, thank you, Gingard. I'll have to look into that. Silas Darkmoon is the one who makes Silas Trinket. I think he's the leader of the Dark Moon event. Realised that at the fair this week. I'm sure you guys knew that. I did not know that, Kaido. That's interesting. Very interesting. How many cloths do you think we'll need to cloth 100 plus enchanting plus legendary is level 1? I think we'll need at least a couple of stacks to get your tailoring up. And then probably another couple of stacks to help with your enchanting to get started. When it comes to sort of legendaries, then you're going to have to do a little bit more instead. You saw him at the fair and said, Silas. Alex Hit, thank you so much for the follow. Clearly we can only love Gondrops because he's really trying to keep the soul of the WoW economy community. That is very true, actually. As a Stream Deck alternative. Okay, I'll have to have a look and see what I've got on my phone and try something out. Do you think the shovels would be a good or bad way to try and make gold for pre-patch? I would say it's okay, depending on the price of materials. I think there are other ways of getting gold, mainly selling to other players, really, is my first thought when it comes to making gold. But it all depends on your... It depends on how you like to make your gold, certainly. Is that tomorrow, Jack? Is that going to be? Oh yes, it was your brother's birthday as well. I just got home from celebrating. How was his birthday? Happy birthday to him, Rose. Syncopatics, good evening to you. What to do? I think best map speed farm in the start of Shadowlands. If you can get hold of the rare. Nightshade, the herb that's like anchorweed, that's going to be in demand. I'm sure if you can get some of that, that's going to be useful. But it's not a regular spawn, it's like anchorweed, it just randomly spawns. So I would suggest if you're wanting to farm something, go double gatherer and try and find something that way. I go into a little bit of about speed sets and things a bit later on in the blog as well. £19.97. Thank you so much for the follow. Lovely to have you here. And it's going to be longer than normal. Had to do it in 6 subjects. Oh, really?
Tegnaro just subscribed. Hey, evening all.
Good evening, Tegnaro. Thank you so much for your sub. That's very kind of you. Really do appreciate that. Now, I forgot to give some emotes to Comlet as well, so double the emotes. There we go. See what I can press. There we go. Thank you so much. And Utarak, thank you so much for the follow. Lovely to have you here as well. That's brilliant. You have 108,000 Sumptuous Fur to sell. Sell it just fur or wait for the shuffle. Sumptuous Fur, I would be at this point looking to... well, there's a number of things you could do. Making the Hexweed bags would be my first and obvious option there, because obviously pre-patch means lots and lots of alts, and people won't necessarily just go for the cheapest big bag. They'll go for something that they're familiar with and they remember. Use the fur for the Goblin Gliders, as Yellick has just suggested. That's another good idea, because again, Goblin Gliders will be useful in Shadowlands. Getting around is going to be... There's a lot of ups and downs in Shadowlands, so being able to glide at a shallow angle, even if you're a Demon Hunter, is incredibly useful. Copied your main with a 175 Titan Residium hat, and shoulder and chest. This is leather gear. And the hat is 59 gold, shoulders are 60 gold, and the chest is 79 gold. Oh, fantastic. Thanks for confirming that, Rose. So basically that means you'll get a lot more by selling it that way than by going through and getting the silver for your spare Titan Residium. Netherweave's crashed on your server to 65 silver. Historical price is 1 gold 20. I think this is a good long-term investment. I mean, yes, this is a perfect opportunity. Looking at the things dropping here in terms of the quantity. If you want to buy and hold, then that's definite options here for some materials that people are just throwing away essentially. Stepped away from the stream for a bit and apologise if this has been mentioned already. Have I seen the journal items in the beta for the +5 profession? I haven't seen those. I heard mention of them a long while ago, Doc Otter, but I haven't seen them myself yet, no. May I answer what profession I think is the best? No problem, Palaz MCA. It's lovely to have you here, whatever language. I would say profession is the best. It's any of them, really. There's no one good profession. They all have their highs and lows at different points of an expansion, and it depends on how quickly you can level it up and what your particular server's demand is. So I wouldn't recommend any one other than stick with the ones on your main and don't drop a profession in favour of another one. Oh, it's very kind of you to say so, Comlet. It's lovely to have you here. It's nice to have a fellow gold maker here who's passionate about creating content just as much. So the feeling's mutual, definitely. So carrying on from Comlet's video here and Solheim's video, talking about things you can do. So there's various things, like we've got the White Bandit mask, as was mentioned before. You've got thorium leggings. You've got what was the other runecloth one? Frostweave pants and the Frostweave robe are other options. So there are potential vendor flips still there, depending on what price you get your materials for. But as Billis was saying in this tweet, and what he talked about in one of my streams recently, was talking about how a relic can be used to downgrade an item to reduce its vendor value, and thus make it more cost effective to sell crafted transmog with the lower deposit fees, which is a really good idea. And then there's the other flip side of that, is all this item level 87 stuff with lots and lots of different sockets, lots and lots of different effects and different stats. There's going to be a whole load of different things we can do with this, with the Relic of the Past, which is the meat and bones, the core reason for doing all of this stuff. Not the vendor shuffles per se, but selling to other players. That's what I'm most excited about, definitely. Do I have a video about making gold as a leatherworker skinner? Not specifically, no, but I'll have to think about that. You got 2 profession journals last night from killing like 10 mobs in front of a dungeon entrance. Oh really? That's very strange. The thing is, professions are really easy to level up in Shadowlands. I can't see a real need for the journals. I love gold, it's so much fun, to be honest, most definitely. What's ones, they can be sent to other alts, and they could be sold in the auction house as well. Okay, that's interesting. So you could get a whole profession leveling kit sorted out there. That's very interesting. Vate92, good evening from Poland. Lovely to have you here. How much is Frostweave pants in bolts? So I was looking up. I was making some adjustments to my spreadsheet from before when I invested in everything before, and I was looking at things here. So what I saw here with the rune cloth, Frostweave pants takes 6 bolts of rune cloth, and bolts of rune cloth take 4 rune cloth, so that's 16 rune cloth to make 1 Frostweave pants. So you could potentially still make a profit, because it doesn't need a relic, so it sells for 49 gold on its own. So the rune cloth, to make a profit there, I had my rune cloth price at 60 silver. I would say any rune cloth under a gold, where are we at now? It's still a small profit. I mean, it's you're making them for 25 gold and selling them for 49 gold. Not everyone can cast the Frostweave. It has been removed from the game. Oh really, Jack? I didn't realise that was removed. Is it the same with the Frostweave tunic? Is the Frostweave tunic in the same sense? Ah, right. Interesting. That's very interesting. I didn't realise that. I just thought I could make because I just could jump over onto Samadan here and have a look at my tailoring. Does it give you any indication? Frost weave. Can't spell. Frost weave. So down here, Frostweave tunic and Frostweave pants. There we go, Frostweave pants. There we go. Haven't collected the appearance. What do we have here? Leggings of Arcane Supremacy, Enigma leggings. That's the different things it can come from, yeah. Okay. That's very strange. Glyph Market seems steady and unaffected by the upcoming pre-patch. I need to get your toes wet in it now. Yes, I definitely need to be looking at... looking at more glyphs, definitely. There is a broken Pandaria post on Wowhead now. Oh, fantastic, about the fact that you can't be in Pandaria. I hope they do get that one fixed. Thank you, Cumlet. So Bolts of Runecloth is 8 gold and 8... it's like 2 gold 2, and Bolt is 8 gold 8. Thank you, Velrosan, for doing the calculations for me. I went off on a bit of a tangent there, looking at the Frostweave pants. So if you can make them, which I didn't realise it was a removed from the game item. So that's an option there. Obviously the white bandit mask, I haven't got the calculations here because I've got the relic in there. I'd have to change that. And then there's another option in there as well. I have to go through this. Obviously netherweave pants is also an option. You could still make, depending on the price of your netherweave, you get that for. And then also the thorium leggings is another option, depending on what price you get your thorium for. So there's a few different ones there. Mozeltov, good evening to you. Oh, I saw you came in earlier. Sorry, I forgot to say hello to you. Good evening, Mozeltov. Lovely to have you here. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Wish I didn't stop professions. You thought it was a dead market. You sold 10 uncanny weapons and over 300 bags this weekend alone. Johnny Depp, yes. Uncanny is still doing well. I wonder what it will do in Shadowlands, certainly. Netherweave pants. I had... oh, now that's the Relic 5 price, actually. That's at 50. That doesn't take into account... Hold on. That has got my Relic price there. Maybe there's something missing in my calculations there. Ignore that one until I work out what's the issue with that one, because that is telling me... Netherweave pants... has a price of that. That is... that times that. That is H... 21 profit there, netherweave pants, minus the price of D30, which is, aha, there we go, that should be D31. It's a problem with my spreadsheet. There we go, netherweave pants is a negative one. Ignore me. Yeah, we'll go with that one. Netherweave pants is not, I repeat, not a good one. I miscalculated on my spreadsheet. Derpalicious, good evening to you. Lovely to have you here. What else we got? Left the uncanny still pre-patch. You don't want to risk. Obviously, the uncannies you make now are going to be a lower item level once they convert over, as opposed to new uncannies you make. That's the main thing there. That's the difficult part. Will, good evening to you. Lovely to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Beer on a Sunday, doing well. Feels good. Well deserved, I'm sure. Right, there we go. It's a hello to everyone rather than every single one, of course. What's the netherweave pants vendor for in Shadowlands? Wowhead says 47 gold. Last time I looked, with a rank 5 relic, they were 50 gold. So obviously with the relic adjustments in them, then I hadn't taken into the account the extra thread. I was taking into the account just the cloth there. And so once you take that into account, it's a minus, where is it? Minus 77 gold on that one. So it's definitely not worth it. Hence spending 2.7 million transfer mine and Abbey's Tombs on Hypot once Shadowlands hits. Interesting. I wonder how you find the population change. Certainly. Checked it on the beta and it said 1 gold. Right. Okay. So shocked by these nerves. Not absolutely, Will. I mean, it had to come at some point. I was surprised at what they did with the whole extra threads and things as a solution. That was an interesting choice. I think it's worked out quite well, because I think we can still find some interesting vendor bits and pieces within it that aren't going to be game breaking if you want to do that kind of thing. But it also then allows us to focus on what else we can do for other players, such as the next topic in the Shadowlands speeds in the Wowhead blog was talking about Shadowlands speed sets, which I think with the new gem and all the extra sockets that we can make things, there's going to be a whole load of interesting combinations of crafted gear we can use. But all the core of the earth at 5 silver or lower, and mithril ore at 2 gold. I'm going to make ore into bars, which is 1 each, and then craft light earthforged blaze, take 12 bars, which is 24 gold, and under a gold for 4 cores. In pre-patch the weapon is 80, so that's decent. That's definitely decent. That's a good sort of 50 odd gold extra. You did say it all along, most definitely. Definitely will. I think a lot of people were of the same opinion. I was hoping for it to come through in some form, definitely. Mainly because obviously I'd chosen to invest in that, so that's a valid point. And I could see it being tweaked over time. I was just surprised at how suddenly it went, certainly. Good evening, Machine. Hope you're doing well. Sometimes I had the wrong info, so I had to double check. Yes, you do have to check on prices of items. Definitely, you have to really focus on what's not just in the tooltip on beta and PTR, but also actually what it sells for as well. Farmer True, good evening to you. Lovely to have you here. We'd better if they nerf the items, therefore lowering the posting price of those items. Now they're going to be expensive to post instead. Yes, they will, Derp, especially for the item level 87 stuff. But I think that's not necessarily a bad thing, so long as we adjust our prices accordingly, really. I'm doing very well, thank you, Rashid. We're just going through the Wowhead blog at the moment, talking about speed sets next, which is a very interesting one, because I think there's some... I was going to say this one's got legs. I think there's definite options here, definitely. So much to do, so little time. It's always the case, Rose. I'm forever... I mean, I've just installed all the things, which I think was probably an error, because now I've just got so many things to do. I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to start on that one. But we'll carry on with the Wowhead blog for the moment. Just do stuff you like. I mean, exactly, Darkwing, that's another good point. Still have 7,000 wolves to catch out of Shadowlands and 90,000 cars to open. That'll keep you busy, definitely, Rose. Never gleaned why you stay at 51 for the speed set. This was something that Billis was talking to me about, is apparently you get diminishing returns the higher level you go. So it basically, you get the best bang for your buck, as it were, at level 51, and then the bonuses are less effective the higher up your level goes, is how I understand it to work. That's sort of second information. I haven't actually tested it myself. What's my thoughts on the new Bear Tartar and Shadowlands? I haven't tried it out yet, but I'll definitely be selling some myself. Oh, slippery slope. All the things will keep me playing this game for decades. Yes, most definitely. I think so. Ex-Propane, good evening to you. Lovely to have you here. Also the health regen food. Exists for all secondary stats in Shadowlands, you believe? Okay, thank you, Gluxton. Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing food. Food, fishing. Casper, thank you so much for the follow. Lovely to have you here. Yeah, just take it step by step, no hurry. Exactly. As Jack said, that's the best way, certainly. Anyone know if Emissary Gold will be nerfed in pre-patch? I don't know, Mr. Ugly, actually. I haven't tested that one out. Dan Kovic, thank you for the follow. And Copper Helm, thank you also for the follow. And Boonker Siam, good evening to you. Lovely to have you here. Did 10 full runs of All You Are this weekend for a silly pet which wouldn't drop, but got plenty of transmog. That gives you a good stock of stuff at least, then, Adriana. You tested both and it was fine for both PTR and beta. Excellent, thank you, Rose, for the confirmation. Am I ready for Tuesday? What do I plan on doing first? I'm taking my time. There's nothing I need to rush into and do with pre-patch. So for me, I'm just going to probably just readjust all my add-ons and everything like that. Just make sure everything's set up. Just check all my characters are all okay. Get all of that sorted first. Then I will see if there's any vendor shuffles I want to do with my gear. Start readjusting my TSM groups to see what I can do with selling to other players. And then I will probably go searching for more recipes is the other thing I want to do there. DJ for Arms 1, thank you so much for the follow. So I can't chat for 20 minutes. No problem, Rose. I hope you win your match. I think if I do come back to WoW and Shadowlands, I'm going to be going for all the things too. Seems right up your alley. Yes, Will, definitely. It's good fun, definitely. Decided to level your gathering toons. I mean, I'm very tempted, talking about all this speed sets and everything, I'm very tempted to get myself a dual gathering druid going, I think. Intrigued about the TSM group part. What should I recommend for pre-patch? Well, I'm going to be looking at things like, say, this spreadsheet here, as an example. So this is some gear, like, let me just go to the leatherworking set. So can I make any of these things? Do I want to set up a speed set for selling? I need to collect all these recipes first. Not sure which ones I've got. The same with cloth, the same with anything that I think is going to be really interesting for other players. I'll start making some TSM groups to try and sell to a max level 50 kind of person. Solid tips for prep for the pre-patch Shadowlands. Try to just keep hold of your liquid gold. Try to get enough alts to be able to do all the things that you want to do once Shadowlands hits. Think about what professions you want to focus on if you're going to do professions, and just enjoy the game. There's so much new stuff coming out with pre-patch, with the whole leveling system, the whole chromie time stuff. It's a really good opportunity just to sit back and enjoy the game as it is. I'm looking here, but do I have a link to that spreadsheet? It's part of the Wowhead blog here, so I'll copy that link and I'll post it in there. There we go. Isn't there a website that shows what recipes you have? There was one, krithny.net, which is written by the same person who does the Undermine. No, it's not. It's that's someone else. It's written by Krithny, and they did say on Twitter that they're going to have a look at see if they can get it to work again. Because at the moment it doesn't quite work because of the way that it talks to the API. Looking forward to new leveling from the start. Want to just make a new character, see how it feels, and level through one expansion, either Legion or Ward. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm looking forward to as well, Inkstained. There may be some additions, I'll warn you now, into my Let's Play series. We may have some extra characters coming in. It's going to be like an episode of the Waltons after a while. LFD, good evening to you. Lovely to have you here. With Chromie Time, I reckon a lot of old world mats will be selling better with people leveling. Their alts professions have been doing pretty well out of old food mats. Interesting. I'll be a Draenor baby on all future alts. Open the mailbox and goes to have others, set maximum gold character can carry, and we'll send the character to select. Oh yes, they're using the sending gold to other characters. Yes. Daigovon Gaming Hell Hayes. I'm sorry if I butchered your name, it's a long one. Thank you so much for the follow. Do I have a Discord for my community? I do, certainly. LFD's got the link for you there. Thank you so much, LFD. making a Forsaken shadow piece and level through Cataclysm. Experience it as much as the Forsaken storyline. So looking forward to it. That does sound fun, Syncopatics, definitely. So all these parts of the game that you might have missed the first or second time round. So it's nice to be able to focus on them, certainly. Any idea when I'll release the next episode for the Let's Play? I am aiming to get it out tomorrow evening at some point, Joey. So we shall hopefully get it out then. So yeah, I was looking at this video and seeing how fast a druid can run around with all the speed set stuff. I thought,
need adventure cheered. X500. If you name a new character John Boy, lol.
John Boy, yeah. I could go full on Waltons. Inkstain, that's a good idea. Thank you so much for the cheer as well. That was very kind of you. Is it can grab some cheaper cloth now for t-shirts and other transmogs that were made unprofitable due to people buying, increasing the price of available. So yes, exactly, Yelek. It's now is the time to scoop up those really, really cheap ones and just hold on to them and make use of them in other ways, certainly. That sounds like a civilization talk there, Will. That's dangerous, definitely. I have never won on deity. I don't think I ever played that high, definitely. Should you level 1 for the fast twink thing? I looked at that testimony and had the exact same thoughts myself. People are talking about having requires dual crafting to use, and also we're going to need dual crafting to be able to make some of these things as well. So I need to get started on my own dual crafter for the exact same reason, definitely. If I can't do John Boy, go for John Boy or Grandpa. Yeah, I think it'll take a long time for me to win on deity. You've been enjoying the new DLC recently. It's so good. Yeah, my son was telling me there's some new stuff out. It's like installing all the things. It's just one of those many things that will just eat your time. Especially the problem with Civilization, it's the sort of game that you start playing and then you realise it's dawn. And then you just go, what? How? Immortal Ones ended in a nuke war. I think that's a pretty good start, definitely. You did double trip check old speed enchants and gems today. They seem okay-ish on PTR. Boars, Tuskar, Lava seems okay. Okay, thank you, Alexia. What game? This is Civilization. I played it many years ago. I played Civilization 1 right back from the the very beginnings on my Amiga when I was doing my A levels. I felt that way with Divinity 2 Original Sin. Oh, really? Yeah, Civ's definitely. Will I stream tomorrow? What is up to me tomorrow? Alexit, no, I won't be tomorrow, but I will be streaming on Tuesday. Having a blast with a ghoul. Oh, that sounds good, actually. That sounds that'll be fun. Devfern, good evening to you. Sometimes feel like with WoW, when I get focused on gold making or collecting recipes. Yes, I can imagine myself. I mean, I've got a lot to collect up here. Looking at this, I've got a lot of things to do here, especially on leatherworking as well. LFD, gifting a sub. That's so kind of you. Thank you so much, LFD. Your generosity knows no bounds. A whole lot of emotes. Congratulations, Alexit, for the sub. There we go. You need to follow full-time study to understand it. It's the problem with Civilization 6 is it's all to do with the districts. I was watching a YouTuber called Potato McWhiskey, and he has a lot of stuff talking about all the different districts, and it's a very different mindset as to how to optimize your city compared to how it used to be with Civ 5 and 4 and everything before it. Yeah, my spuddies, exactly. Yeah, it is very in depth. I love his videos. They're really good. The thing is, if I played another game, I dedicate myself all to WoW at the moment. I think Civilization would be high up there. Civilization and Minecraft would be my other two games I would definitely be playing at the moment. what he said was get good. Effectively, it's all about knowing how to manage everything. Definitely. Yeah, Civ, the only game you can start at 3 PM, just one turn later it's 4 AM. Exactly. It would be tempting, Jack. I would definitely. You need a lot. Were you really, Comlet? That's interesting to know. Yeah. Crusader Kings 3 is another one. I haven't tried that one. Would lose my mind watching me playing some Minecraft. I love Minecraft. I like survival Minecraft. It's a lot of fun. There's me and my children spent a lot of time. My son is an amazing Minecraft builder. The things he makes is amazing. He started making Zoldazar in Minecraft, and it looked absolutely amazing. I can't remember if I still got the. They're in my Discord somewhere. The pictures he did, and he kind of dips into it every now and again. Let's see if I can find that. Obviously, we're completely straying off of the. That's not me. That's me. We're straying off of the Wowhead vlog at the moment. We digressed into other games. Oh, this is going to be a long way up. Hold on. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, I can do a search actually. There we are. There we go. Hold on. Let me just bring this over. There we go. That's the work in progress that my son was doing on a Zoldazar Minecraft build. It's absolutely epic. I tried to encourage him to carry on doing more of them, but he's definitely got a really good sense of what materials to use when. That's the main thing, really. It's really nice just to walk around. Obviously, he's using various things to make this different heights and stuff like that, and he hasn't got flying either. So he's measuring it all out just by the height of his Tauren, which is absolutely fantastic. So there we go. It's a slight digression from the Wowhead blog, but fun nonetheless. As a Horde boy as well, yes, definitely. That's why I started with the Horde character as well. For him to start a YouTube would probably do great. I have encouraged him to, definitely. Obviously, as a way of doing stuff, he does stream from time to time. I must admit, doing Minecraft amongst other things. Let's see if I can say. See, make sure I've got it spelt correctly. Hold on. There we go. Hold on, let me just make sure I've got his name right. Let me just search and I'll find it. Yeah, it's 2. Thought it was. There you go. That's my son's Twitch stream. He's just recently become affiliate as well. Streams occasionally, all sorts of different things. I'm actually a robot, feels bad. Oh, such a shame, Mazel Tov, such a shame. There we go. Okay, right, whilst that's going through and Jack's got the straw poll going. So, other things to talk about with the Wellhead blog. We have launch lessons from BFA. Oh, I haven't got a link to this. I need to put that in. Hold on. Shared some really nice sort of ideas as to what lessons learned from BFA. I just need to fix that and put the correct link in there. Hold on. can't do that without credit where it's due. Hold on, give me a moment. Where did I find it? Hold on. Bear with me one moment, caller. I just need to fix this up first and foremost. I can't see it. Okay, looks like I can't find it. I'm going to have to find that later. Okay, hold on. There we go. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Wura. Ah, fantastic, thank you. I was looking for it and I couldn't find it. Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you for your... Thank you for your article on this, because it was really nice. Let me just go and correct that. I just have to move this in a separate window so I don't unearth all the secrets of Wowhead, as it were. Give me one moment, and I'll fix that one up. There we go. Right, it's all the way down. Speed sets, there we go, right. Let's go find this, and that was down there. There we go, right. There is that. And then correctly link that in. There we go, and then I can hopefully just save that and it should come through. There we go, right, okay, and if I refresh this, there we go, right, that's the link, correct link. There we go, thank you, Wura, for giving me the link to that one. I couldn't find it when I searched for it, that was very strange. There we are. Okay. Give a sieve and wow. It'd have to be a bonus. Yes, I think so, LFD, and that's how I'd want to do it, certainly. Unless you start out as a variety streamer, maybe make it clear one night will be other games or something. Yes, I think that's a good way of thinking about it, definitely, because you do have an established audience, certainly. Good evening, Mushy. Lovely to have you here. There we are. Depends, many streamers in WoW who streams WoW mainly, whatever they want, time to time, yeah. Won your match, congratulations, Rose, that's fantastic. Preach streams other games in WoW, he does, and I saw Taliesin was doing Baldur's Gate the other day, so I think as long as you keep people aware, and you do it at maybe a time that isn't the same as your normal streams. I mean, I've done things like my 3D streams in the past, or my creative streams from drawing and stuff like that. So I have played around with different things in the past, certainly. You get enough of a look at this on Civ from your hubby. Yeah, Baldur's Gate. I'm not sure whether it's my kind of game. Looking at it, it looks good, definitely. Yeah, Ronnie, I'm not a horror game fan. Definitely, that's not my thing. But you don't do early access yourself. Yeah. Doesn't matter if you have 4K for one night, which is true. Yes, exactly. If you can afford to swallow it up, it's okay. Just bought 40,000 worth of TR chest pieces. Now I'm thinking going to have to abandon your druid till Wednesday. What's the oh, Titan Residium chest pieces? Ah, yes. that's interesting. You looked at Baldur and was like, nope. Yeah. Stream Minesweep. I love Minesweeper. Minesweeper's great. I won't say... Minesweeper reminds me of the old hard drive defragmentation tool you got back in Windows 95 and Windows 98. It reminds me of that, and I must admit I did actually sit there and watch my PC do an old style defrag of the hard drive, and I just sat there and I watched it go through the entire thing. And the weirdest thing was, my wife came in and she saw me just sat there watching the screen, and then before we know it, she sits down next to me and we're both watching the hard drive defragment, and we go, oh look, it got a big bit there, look, it just put that together there. Definitely, it was great fun. Exactly. Shows how good TV was back then. Definitely. It was good. It was good times, definitely. The defrag game. Fond memories of that from your childhood. Used to do it and go to bed back then. Jack and Neil, good evening to you. I hope you're doing well. Most satisfying thing to me was the screen degauss. Oh yes, Vesamora, I remember that. The big sort of boom and the wobbly screen. That was it. Never experienced it. You'd never know. Definitely. Cleared our PCs and then deleted the stuff in the bin. He had like 68,000 files being deleted. Found it very funny. Wow, that is a lot, definitely. Unless you end up working with old military and school gear. Yeah, that is true, actually. Yeah, there's lots of interesting stuff. Anyway, I digress. I digress. We were, if you're still here, had some very, very interesting points about lessons learned on the launch of BFA, which I think we can take through into Shadowlands. Noted the window for huge price gouging on crafted max level gear and Darkmoon cars was short. Profits were still persistent, but margins declined fast as more people get leveled and start working on professions. So get in early on your professions if you want to make the most of them, because if you're the only person on your server selling a certain thing that everyone wants and you got your profession leveled up first, then that is definitely an option. Things like the Crafters Mark II gear, that's I think 168, isn't it? I think would be useful for people. And then getting into the legendary crafting is another thing as well. Is another option there. If you can get up to your rank 4 for something that people are going to want when it comes to raid time, then definitely that's going to be time well invested. I taught your kiddo back in the day. Exactly. Know what people should prep for right now, Samadan? What's that, Comlet? Let us know. People panicked after the first 24 hours that their herbs and all weren't selling and prices crashed before rebounding a couple of days later. So keep a really good eye on the markets, especially in the early hours, and see if there's anything you can grab hold of at a good price and then sell it on for higher. Things will drop, things will stabilise, and we'll see different demand, definitely. Yeah, I definitely think it will depend on, and there's, please note this was just my experience at the time and may not be the same on your server. All translate directly for Shadowlands. So I should have caveated that first before, that this is very, very specific. It's all about knowing and looking for opportunities. Yes, it's a good point actually. Thank you, Regine. Emrin, thank you so much for the follow. Lovely to have you here. What else have I got? Herbalism at the start, failed to do my research on roots. Optimise your game from this. I mean, there's a lot we can do here, certainly, when it comes to roots. I've had a look with the help of Billis's adaptation of Gathermate and been able to do some decent things there in terms of finding out some decent roots. I've already done a video on that. If anyone wants to check it out, there's a preliminary guide as to where to go. And Latakia808, thank you so much for the follow. But last time we had pre-potting using up tons of resources. This time herbs are just also used for inscription, old world too. I mean, yes, there is that mushy, and the fact that inscription does use a lot of herbs, definitely. Very busy with Shadowlands and new content, so if you farm eggs now for the Christmas event, I will have a load of people, be ahead of a lot of people. It's something that sells a lot every year. The small eggs, are you talking about, Comnet? I tend to pick up a few of them whenever I see them cheap, certainly. I don't usually go out of my way to farm them, certainly. Yeah, I wouldn't go out of my way to farm them, but if I see some cheap, I'll pick them up, because they do vary quite a lot in price. It's for the eggnog, isn't it? Just flip the eggs when it's time. Takes a ton for crafting for the glyphs, though. Interested to see what happens with glyphs. Yes, me too, LFD. I'm very interested in following that. Obviously, I haven't gotten into the glyph market yet, so that's still something I need to expand into as much as everything else. Let me just make sure I'm not AFK. There we go. Jump back onto this. Not a sunny side up kind of guy, then you like him over easy. I'm an over easy, definitely. If I'm going to go for my eggs, I had 2 egg and bacon buns for my lunch today, and they were delicious. And Grisneck, thank you so much for the 2 months of Prime. That is amazing. Thank you so much. Hold the remotes for you. Thank you for your support. That is absolutely amazing. You are most kind. Thank you. I have all the glyphs you can now. That's pretty good, actually. LFD, I'd like to get to that point. Zanzaful, thank you so much for the raid. I'll wait for everyone to come in, but thank you, Zanzaful. That is incredibly kind of you. How are you? How is your stream? I hope you're doing well. Welcome everyone from Zanzaful stream. For those that don't know me, I am Samadan, and I write the Wowhead Weekly Economy Wrap-Up, which we've just been going through at the moment, talking about all things relics, all things speed sets, and we're just talking about launch lessons from BFA, so a few ideas and things like this. So just talking through generally what's been going on in the gold making community. Real question, bun bap or batch? It was a oven bottom muffin, Manthias, from Sainsbury's, if we're going to get specific. Opening my first 1,000 cards of omens. Do you reflip your green cards or just stick with the first flip? Approved. Definitely, Manthias. It is. They are the BAP of choice, I would say. Definitely. You stick with them. You tested flipping. There we go. Okay. Oh yes, there you are, Sensible. How was your stream? Thank you so much for the raid. Lovely to have you here. What did you get up to? I saw your tweet come out. Good evening, Quillen. Lovely to have you here. Hope you're doing well. I have no idea what half the food is mentioned on here. Basically, an oven bottom muffin is a really soft white roll. But cheesy top is the way of the future. I respect your cheese choice, Real Ginny, definitely. But when it comes to bacon and egg, I think I have to keep it just bacon, egg, and butter, and that's all I have. Got to eat some food and get some editing done. So look, more tonight. Enjoy the stream. Thank you so much, Sanzaful. Enjoy your food. We just started talking about food just before you came in, so your timing was impeccable. Hope you have a nice time editing as well. There you go, you got the cheese. 100 extra mils with 16 times 20 cards. I really need to get flipping. Definitely, Rose. That's a lot to do, certainly. Bacon on top of bacon, of course. Definitely. But then you can offset that with some egg, and that definitely is good. I would say so. Go pick it up, Jack. Listen to Mushy. No making a mess. Thank you, Mushy, for keeping everything neat and tidy. We'd be lost without you, certainly. Right, what else can we talk about here? We've got just keeping an eye on the markets is another good one. There's a calm before the storm on raid consumables with moderate prices. This is going to be very interesting because it goes further down here, talking about what is going to be the effect between the spread between launch and raid opening. How are things going to balance out there? Because we don't know at this point. Looks like it needs. Okay, Real Ginny, I'll go and do that in a second. Clean the floor, can't take you anywhere. So me and Obes have you on after the next guest of the podcast. We'll have to arrange that, Comnet, definitely. I'd be up for doing that, certainly. I need to find the guild bank. It's over there. This is going to hurt. Oh, we just made it. Watch out for falling Brutosaurs in Dalaran. There we go. And we'll go over here. Quintin Ketelar. The very 11 gold series on YouTube, very fun. I'm walking along with it. Oh, it's lovely to have you here, and I'm glad you're enjoying the series. There we go. There's our first one. That could do with the sort. We'll go through it. My interface is a bit small at the moment. Let me know if this is too small for everyone. Go and do that one. There we go. Because it's kind of I've made it down to the just to allow space for all the things and everything. It's kind of got everything through. No wonder they're going extinct. Exactly, I just jumped them off the buildings. There we go. You can see arcane dust from miles away. Like drop bears in Australia's. Drop brutosaurs. Something like that. I think it should be Doc Otter. I wouldn't expect it to be any other day, certainly. I have spare arcane dust. I do, Mushy. I have all sorts of spares. Is there a reason to keep the BFA tools of the trade in your mains bag in Shadowlands? Unless you have a compelling reason not to, then yes, I would keep it there. Just because I would always forget to put it back whenever I went and did something in BFA. And that would be such a shame. Right, let's just have a look. What else have we got? There we go. Yeah, it wasn't a case for it working in Shadowlands. It's more a case of forgetting to use it back in BFA if ever you go back there. Put it in the bank on launch. Yeah, had to spend netherweave cloth during the saving up time when the price went up to like 2 gold for arcane dust. During the saving up time when the price went up to 2 gold for arcane dust. Oh, right, okay. What else did I miss there? Because it is. There we go. Recognise the name. Fantastic. Just need the enchanting rod in your bag, yeah. Arcane was just literally sold out, was it? Okay, and Mongoose needs it. Ah, yes, of course. Now I see the link. So this was all pretty interesting in terms of things to buy, things to look out for. So highly recommend having a look at this thread and various ideas that we can take with us through to Shadowlands, definitely. And then the last thing on our list was, if you haven't seen it before, is the myself, Jack, Shay, Hikon's Lazy Goldmaker did a podcast called The WoW Economist. It launched this week, and so if you haven't heard it, you can follow this link over on Anchor FM, and then you can also listen to it on Spotify as well. And highly recommend, give that a listen, to listen to us all talk about all things gold related. I'll do the Wowhead blog link there, and you can see it right at the bottom there. What's some top enchants for levelers twinks that could be prepared? There's a lot of them at the moment. They could possibly... yes, Shay, not to be confused with Shayra, exactly, Rasheen. Shay with an A, not an E. Although it would be nice to have Shaver back. Fingers crossed they may come back in Shadowlands. That would be good. Thank you, Soko. So kind of you to say so. So that pretty much wraps up the Wowhead blog for this week. If you do have any questions, please do put them in the comments below. Or if there's anything else you'd like me to talk about in future episodes, let me know as well, and I'll happily cover them. But shall we carry on with some gold making in the meantime? I've got a load of auctions to post on. I'm not sure I'm comfortable with my new smaller interface at the moment. My poor old eyes aren't quite seeing it. So I'm going to just increase the size a little bit here. System. So that's the size that my eyes are used to. I'm going to just turn it down a notch. How does that look? Can I do another notch? That could be comfortable. I'll go with that. Then my eyes can still see that. There we go. So am I now getting my bags and banks empty? Actually, I will try. I will try. I'm not quite there yet, certainly. Let me just move that a little bit to the side. And that a little bit to the side there. Don't strain my eyes, it's not worth it. No, I'm at that weird optimal distance for not needing glasses for this kind of distance work. So mainly down to the fact that I've got all the things now, Will, so I've got an extra window to try and deal with. So I was just trying to, I've got extra windows down here, I've got the Dalaran one down here from all the things, so I'm just trying to make sure that I can see everything without, and still be able to see the middle of my screen as well. Made of 5 extra characters to store. Yeah, I can well believe that. I could do it doing the same thing myself. Right, so we've got some expires and stuff to deal with first. So let's get all of this off and back on the auction house. I haven't saved up all my gold for the week, so we will have... I've got a load of stuff here that needs to be cleared out. Got some recipes here. Oh, those required the way of the pot and the way of the grill. Oh yes, we filled up with a load of stuff that we were looting as well, as we had our little Pandaria excursion last time. That explains it. So let's go through and post this lot on first. There we are. Smudge828, thank you so much for the follow. My age 48 eyes, exactly, John Levy. You need to, I mean, I've got was it a 27-inch screen. I could probably do with a 32-inch screen, just to scale everything up a little bit bigger. World bosses scale in Chromie time, pretty neat. Hadn't thought this beforehand, but makes sense since they are world mobs. Yeah, that would make sense, certainly. You'd still want to be able to defeat them reasonably, wouldn't you? Okay, so that's all posted on. How much space have we actually got left in our bags? Only 48. So some of this stuff, small bag of goods, I can open that. I've got a whole load of strange stuff here. I wonder if any of this can go over to various characters. There we go, the fireweed. That can go over through there. Okay. That gives me 61 spare. We have someone, I can't see where you are. Someone's waving and I can't see where you are. There we are. Haven't got names turned on. There we go. Let's go through here and we need to put some space in the guild bank. There we go, we've got some space here. So let's go through and just dump a load of this stuff. X-Rigs, thank you so much for the follow. Prices are completely crushing now that we've cloth. It's 80 silver on your realm. For those of you that spread to other servers with only a couple of tunes, do you just sell mats or try for crafted things? That's a good question, actually. And Crassus, thank you so much for the follow as well. Waiting until another week goes back down to 25 silver. Yeah, I think that'd be a decent amount. You can get a lot going for that. Alright, let's just take those out for now. These recipes I'm going to save. Well, those are soul bound. I'm going to have to go into my bank. And this armour I need to deal with. I need to use that thing that sorts out between soulbound and not soulbound stuff. Let's just go over here. There we go. Since I'm here, sort a guild tab. Mr. Vader, okay, I shall do that. Do you have any preference for tabs? They're all a mess, to be honest. Let's deposit all reagents there. Get a load of stuff going over there. And whilst I'm here, let's go have a look. So let's find one that's particularly messy. Have I got some of these on the auction house? No, I don't. What's the price? Oh, the price is at 30 gold. Let's try for a punt at those. I'll take those off. And we might as well sort this tab out whilst we're here. Let's do that one. There we go. Thank you, Mr. Vader. Always good to clean things up a little bit. Ultramarine work order in Baranas today. 20 pigments for 130 gold. Don't mind if I do. That's very easy. Invest into a token for starting capital. Invest into a token for starting capital and then starting on new server. That just gives you a bit of bulk capital, certainly. Once you start with pets and when you get some gold, you'll start with materials, items like rep, and then just keep expanding. That's a good idea. Still waiting for a couple of mats to go back down. Still a couple of empty guild bank slots need to be filled. Sounds like a true hoarder, definitely. Can I scrap green items from Shadowlands at the Scrapper, Baranas to Zara Law? Yes, you can, although we did notice yesterday there was some interesting things going on with the tie spray bracers giving some embroidered deep sea satin. Weirdly, there were some definite bugs or something going on there. Oh, there we go. Give you a proper wave back now. There we go. Let's go open all this up. And how much have we got space now? 69. That's a little bit more. You can at least use that to get everything else off for the moment. Can the green tie spray braces still prop blue and scrapped? I heard something about relics needed. I haven't seen any blue tie spray braces since trying it, certainly. Need help. Was trying to farm the mount, but ended up with around 20,000 tie spray. But not have tailoring. I guess you could try selling it. That would be the main thing I would suggest. Just got 70 slots free in your bank and reagent bank clearing. Very nice. Yeah. You got that as well on PTR. But I mean, if a green item from a Shadowlands mob, yeah, throw it on the auction house. Wally, good evening to you. Fuse, thank you so much for the follow. Yeah, I haven't tried greens from Shadowlands mobs though. No, I haven't tried scrapping those. What's the bank sort add-on I use? It's called Sushi Sort. I've got a command for it. There we go. There's a link for it there. It's very, very handy. That and Addy bags keeps me almost in a reasonable state. Can you imagine what my bank and bags and guild bank would look like if I didn't have those two add-ons? It would be a mess. Now flipping on 12 servers and one main where you craft on. It's great, but setting up is a pain. Yeah, that's true. I think you can scrap them, you can get the new thread from Shadowlands, and you can still make some money with a relic. Ah, right, I see, Nero. That's interesting. Interesting, okay. Werner, Primal Gore, and Niantic, thank you all for the follows. Lovely to have you all here. I'm going to be mind blown right now. Is that right? Thank you also for all the follows coming in from... what have you got? Okay, now I see. Now I see. Welcome everybody from Magicus's stream. Welcome one and all. Now I wondered why all the follows were coming in. That's so many I can't even possibly keep up. How are you, Magicus? How is the Long Boy giveaways going, first and foremost? That is the most epic of raids that I've ever seen. Welcome one and all. if you don't know me, my name is Samadan. I write the Wowhead economy blog and report all things gold making, and I do guides on YouTube for TSM. I also have a Let's Play series going over on YouTube. Thank you all for the follows. I will try to keep up with them, but that's so many I can't actually see those at all. So thank you all. In terms of richness, I am a modest gold maker first and foremost. If you see here on my Titan panel, I have just over 1 million gold. I have my Brutosaur, obviously. If you look at my TSM graph, this is me since the start of BFA. If you have a look at that. Agent, thank you so much for your sub. That's very, very kind of you. Thank you everyone for coming in. I will try to keep an eye on things coming in, but obviously we're going to have a lot of different stuff coming in, so I do miss things out. I do apologise. I'll try to keep on top of things as we go. So as you can see here, this is me at the start, so about 3 million at the start of BFA. I quickly got up to my 5 million needed for the Brutosaur. Alexia, thank you so much. That is incredibly kind of you, gifting out 10 subs. And that is amazing. If you haven't noticed, I do have a sub goal here, that if I get to 350 subs, then I will be doing the next stream wearing a Chewbacca onesie, which I have over in the corner over there. I think you've definitely... Magicus, thank you so much for the raid. That's very kind of you. And welcome everyone who's come in. Thank you for the gifted subs, that is amazing. If I do miss any subs coming in, with all the notifications from the follows, it's hard to keep up with everything, but welcome everyone and all. Everyone, one and all. It's lovely to have you here. You have an Anzu themed one. Fantastic. There's a lot of different stuff coming in here, but thank you all for your kind words. It's incredibly kind of you. Subs rain, and I want to see that stream. Yes, most definitely. It's one of those things that, there we go. Thank you, Sunny D, for your prime. That is very kind. 5 months. That is amazing. Thank you, Jack, for going emote only for a little bit. Give us your best emotes. You like my accent? Where do I come from? I am from the UK, from the generic south of the UK. My accent isn't very specific. I have grown up in lots of different places, so I never really picked up a strong accent. So talking about my TSM gold at the time, so then I gained a fair amount of gold throughout BFA, bought a few things here, a few tokens and bits and pieces like that. Game time for my wife and son, bought Shadowlands Deluxe Edition, Warcraft 3 Reforged, and things like that. And then I've just been ticking through on my gold here. We did invest a little bit of gold recently on the whole Relic of the Past thing, so that was very interesting for a while. Obviously then that all got nerfed to the ground, so we are now looking at new gold making opportunities. At the moment I'm just going through and posting on my auctions for the evening. We have a few sales coming through. I'm going to carry on posting things through as everything comes through. I think basically all my follow notifications are just going to keep on coming through. And so hopefully by the time we get to the end of the stream, we'll have caught up. We'll give it a go. We'll see how things go. I made TSM guides. Are they up to date with auction house changes? Yes, they are. I have a new series going through TSM 4.10, so the new version of TSM. There's a link to it in there. There we go. So that should give you a playlist of various bits and pieces, going through the basics of getting TSM all set up. And then I also do another series over on YouTube where I do a Let's Play series for beginner gold making, which really is more of a storytelling kind of way of learning how to use TSM. So I use it in sort of like day-to-day operations and things like that. So all the new people is a great dude. Well, thank you, Comlet. Horde or Alliance? Well, I'm kind of on the fence. I play Alliance mainly. My son plays Horde, so I do have a Horde character. I would like to see the ability to have faction mode off, if at all possible. That would be my ultimate aim. I would like to be able to play with fellow Horde players as well. Excuse me. Do I think Burning Crusade rather than map prices rise during the pre-patch since fewer people will be leveling there? Not necessarily, no. It depends on the demand of the maps as well. You've wanted that for years playing a pacifist. Exactly, yes. I think we all should have the choice to play the game as we want, certainly. Right, let's carry on posting this lot through, and then we can see what I've made in sales over the past few days. I'll at least get this lot going through. So close, less than 250k to go. Wow, Brumblefar, that is very close. I hope you managed to get it. In terms of realm I play on Shadowsong EU when you see me streaming here. And I also, for my Let's Play series, play on Lightbringer NA, so I have some things there as well. All Goldmakers on EU is Alliance. There's a fair amount of us. Drizzling Rose is Horde as well, though. Currently levelling a pacifist druid, so much you haven't killed a single thing and hit 60 on Saturday. Oh, congratulations, Syncopatics, that's brilliant. I've always toyed with that idea, definitely. There we go. You're not ally, Darkwing. Good evening, Mr. Fishboy. All is very well, thank you very much. We had a massive raid from Magicas, so I am eventually getting through all the follows there. It was quite a huge amount, definitely. But welcome one and all for those that have come in. What is my current auction house value? So we are currently sitting at about 500,000 with what I've posted on so far. There's going to be a few more different bits and pieces coming in, obviously. That's why all the followers are popping up. Yes, definitely. There we go. So we've got everything coming through. Let's have a look at, let's post those on first and we can look at what's... So this is my main character, for those that are new to the stream. This is Samadan, who is... I've played since vanilla, since the early days when I started with professions. I had I started with engineering and enchanting, and then come Wrath of the Lich King, come Burning Crusade, I dropped engineering for tailoring, and I've had it ever since. And so I've got, on this character, I have cooking, enchanting, and tailoring. And so looking at the things I've sold recently, we've got enchant weapon force multiplier, a couple of cloaks of binding strength, frostwoven leggings, netherweave tunic. Now we've got a death silk shoulders here and a windwool hood of the fever flare. That was for 1,400. So this is down to the waste of time achievement. We've also got a few silkweave satchels, some black mageweave gear, always sells quite well. A couple of modules, auction house modules. Look at that, Jack. Those did well. That was brilliant there. Beer and Bunnies, good evening to you. I hope you're doing well. I think I might actually see if I can turn off the follow notifications because there's so many coming through. I think that's just going to be going through the entire evening. Bear with me one moment. I'll go check my dashboard for that. That way we can at least see everything else coming in at the same time. Because with the number of follows we've got there, first and foremost, thank you everyone for stopping by. That is absolutely amazing. Let me go through here and go to my follows, and then if I disable those, I don't know if that will stop them from coming through at the moment. We'll give that a go and see if that happens, and then we can at least see everyone else coming through. Are the old vanilla items worth anything? You've got old hunter ammo. I've got some hunter ammo. I did try selling it myself. It didn't... I don't have Streamlabs OBS, so that's the only difference. There we go, I can turn the follows off. There we go, that should work. See if that comes through. There we go. Do I collect transmog items as well? In terms of like running around doing dungeons and things, no, I don't usually. I will sell the odd transmog bits and pieces when I'm doing the odd dungeon time or something like that, definitely. There we go, I think that worked. Then we can have at least a little bit of quiet whilst all the follows came in. But thank you so much, everyone. We've also got the follows coming in on the chat, so I'll try and skip through those. If I do miss any questions, please do not hesitate to ask again. Someone offered you 100k for your original arrow bag. Oh, that sounds good, actually. I don't think I've got as many... I don't think I've got any arrow bags myself, certainly. Occasionally we try to pull me from the auction house. Occasionally. It doesn't always work. So we've got a couple of good sales here. A supercooling module and auction control module. Very kindly suggested to me by Jack, who is in the stream there. So some good sales, 20,000 gold. We'll take that. That's over the past few days, certainly. Is there an auction house in the big city in Shadowlands? So in Oribos there is one auction house, yes. No, there is an auction house, but it's engineer only. There's also just one mailbox, which is the main problem, really. You're going to see a whole load of different Brutosaurs around there. Holy Praise to God, it was quite the journey. We spent almost 50 hours on it. If you take the editor's spell checking into account. That is quite the work of art, though, Rose, definitely. So I've understood that I have tutorials on TSM setup. Yes, I do, Bustoffer. If I do the command for you here, if you go onto my YouTube channel, I have a playlist there specifically for TSM 4.10, and then I also have some previous guides all about TSM and some various different gold guides as well. So there should be a number of different options there for you if you are looking to learn TSM. Obviously, I would say if you've got any questions, please put them into chat. Myself or anyone in here will be more than happy to answer your questions. Blizzard keeps making new expansions without an auction house. I know, it's a bit strange really, isn't it? The engineers can at least get one, so that's at least useful. To keep the main cities busy, at least Stormwind, etc. That's a good point actually, Brumblefire, isn't it? Yeah. Wonder Sheep, Netcan and Ghost Sierra. Yeah, definitely worth a shout out there. So that is... I ought to really go through my other characters, just check on them for the moment, because all their auctions have expired before I start doing anything like restocking on these characters. Now normally my routine here would be then to look at potential relics and see if there's anything worth buying. Now obviously I haven't really done this since the great crash of the past few days. It's interesting to look at prices here. They've definitely gone a lot lower. If I was to look at this, nothing is standing out to me here. Mage Weave Cloth is still here at 158. Where was Thorium Ore? I can't see any Thorium Ore. Rune Cloth is still here at 490. Do I have any sniper operations on the Discord? I don't have sniper operations. I do have a video as part of that series. Is the... about using the default sniper operation, and I go through a few different ways you can look at it there. So I'd recommend having a look at that series, and I talk about how to set up TSM sniper from there. Do I think 400 gold each Corium bar is cheap? I'm not into the Corium market myself, so if anyone else has a suggestion on that, please do shout out. Right, I'm going to jump onto my other characters, get their auctions listed on, see what happens then. We're currently at 1.2 million at the moment, so quite a few characters. These are my main characters here, for those that haven't seen them, so I've got pretty much most professions covered. Awakening here is my alchemist and herbalist. That's cheap for you, is it, Will? Okay. Corium's 1,000 on your server. Okay, that's a bit of a price. You could always check the Undermine journal if you're not sure for your server. Yeah, keep an eye on prices there. TSM is missing some information. Has there been an update? Let me just have a look. I can't see my app there. Okay, let's have a look. Let's go through the sales here first and foremost, see if TSM still works. So we've got some expires to deal with. Not quite got enough room here, so I'm going to have to do this in 2 parts. Get that going through. The TSM desktop app keeps crashing for you today. Oh, is that what started it? Okay. Let's see if I can find a... There you go. That's... Oh, I can't see it there. Okay. Have to give it a go. I'll see if it works anyway without it. If it hasn't crashed on me. Let's do a post scan and see what happens. Which non-BFA old world professions are profitable and worth earning? So non-BFA, I would say tailoring and enchanting are quite good. There's a lot of old stuff in there. Leveling enchants and old bags and shirts and things like that are always worth just expanding into depth of professions. Those are the 2 I would certainly recommend. Then you've got things like inscription glyphs is always worth doing. There's a lot of those as well. And then now I can't think of, well, blacksmithing could be an option there. Well, the thing to watch out for now is the fact that pre-patch is going to change everything. Old content is going to be shaken up with the whole Relic of the Past system, so there's going to be a lot of interesting things coming out of there. Items with sockets, most definitely. A lot of Burning Crusade items. We were talking about this on the Wowhead blog earlier today, about things for like speed sets with druids, things that are going to be useful for twinks at a certain level, things with certain effects on them. There's a lot of different things we could do here. The squishioning, exactly, something like that. For Shadowlands, jewel crafting is also going to be useful. I need to get my jewel crafter leveled up. That is one of the professions I haven't got yet. So I've got a few cells of alchemy, nothing huge here. We'll take that extra gold as we are. Just double check everything else has been posted on. Yep, that has. Now last time I didn't have a Silas prop. We'll give this another go. Let's see if we can get one there. We haven't got any... What do we need? We need some more frostweave for our alchemical catalysts. So let's go over here and pick that up whilst we're here. And pick up our frostweed. And then we'll jump onto our other characters. At least get our daily cooldown for catalysts going here. Keep this going. One of the things I'm doing as part of my gold making routines is to keep my garrison up and running on about 4 different characters, so that I can have a steady supply of things. This character is doing the alchemical catalysts because in pre-patch the Draenic Philosopher's Stone sells for double what it sells for now, which is always going to be useful. The weapons of Burning Crusade and Mop are your best seller. Yes, Game Cat Cat, those are the ones I'd like to have a look at, certainly. We'll go through all of those and we'll get that on. And then I'll leave the rest of this. I can at least make a catalyst, so we'll do that. And then I've got a little bit of spare frostweed that I can do some work orders down here and get that going. Valego, good evening to you. Thank you for stopping by. We could do with some mod help tonight. We had a massive raid from Magickas earlier, so we've got lots and lots of new people in today. Welcome one and all, first and foremost. We're just running through everything at the moment, going through my characters. So we are sitting on 170,000 on this character. Got a decent amount of herbs ready for our next Silas proc, which we don't have yet. So we'll jump onto our other characters and see what happens there. I'm not here tonight. Lurk. Oh, well, it's lovely to have you here, even in lurk mode, Vallegro. Right, let's go through Samadan. So Samadan is my inscription character. We really need to get going on the glyph market for this character. This character is doing okay with a few different bits and pieces. Oh, you have been here on and off. Oh, okay. Well, it's lovely to have you here on and off as well. Still no gold sink mount in Shadowlands. No, Blizzard did say on Hazel's interview that the Brutosaur mount was a step too far. And I think they were right. I mean, I would like to see let me, hold on, let me show you what I would like to see. For those that haven't seen it, well, first and foremost, I would like a carpentry profession, would be something I would really like. And I want to make a wagon for my Brutosaur. And then I want to use engineering to make a mailbox on a pogo stick. So this is my vision of a gold sink mount. This is what I would like to see. I want the Brutosaur, I want a wagon with a bank and a guild bank on it, and then I want a mailbox on a pogo stick, and then that's me done. Carpentry for proper player housing would obviously be a side benefit. I can make some chairs and furniture as well, which would be really nice, obviously. Not asking for much, no, definitely not, but I think it would be great.
John 9 cheered. X100. That is epic.
Thank you, John. Very kind of you. This is what I would like to see. Yeah, please tell me the mailbox bounces behind. Most definitely. Definitely. That's how it would work. I want my housing on the mount. Exactly. That's what I would like to see. For those that don't know, who are new here, I used to be, or still am rather, a 3D artist, so this is kind of the thing I would like to make myself at some point. A flying auction house now there's a thing. That would be fun as well, definitely. A string that takes into account sales rate, like min profit amount, 10% crafting and sale rate. Yes, you can reference sale rate as part of TSM now, most definitely. And the fishing spot. That would be nice. I mean, we have got the hyper compressed ocean now, which is really good. I love that. Right, we've got a few different things on inscription here. I'm not doing a huge amount on inscription, but I do make a little bit of gold. We've got 63,000 on this character. So we'll open up all of those, collect those up, and we'll repost those on. That should be easy enough. There we go. Do I have a guide on that, or could I quickly show how? Most of my guides are over on YouTube. So if you have a look here, that is my TSM guide over there on YouTube. Or do you mean a guide for 3D stuff? In which case, you'd have to check some of my 3D streams from a while ago. We have a few different things there at the moment. What servers do I play on? I am on Shadowsong on EU, and I am on Lightbringer on NA. Have I got any of my work on Sketchfab? I did have a couple of things, Lichborg, but I don't believe I've still got them on anymore, because I don't really do a lot. I mean, I used to do a lot of photogrammetry, so I scanned a few items. But to be honest, a lot of the work I do, I mean, I've worked in all sorts of different industries. I've worked in the games industry, I've worked in film, I've worked in commercials. I've been doing it for about 25 years. For those that you probably wouldn't have seen it coming into the stream, if you look at, I'll do my be right back. This is a render I did of Stormwind with a fluid simulation of the fountain, and then my starting soon screen, for those that don't see it, is a planet render of, wow, this is Northrend, and then you can see there in the corner you've got the shattered ice crown with the Shadowlands portal coming through there. So that's the kind of thing I sort of do, for those that don't see that normally. Thank you all. Show us the other side of Azeroth. Now that's something I'd like to have a look at, actually, because there's, looking at the map, when I did that globe, there's definitely space for another continent behind, definitely. Smithy, thank you so much. Thank you so much. This is an exceptional stream. Thanks to Magicuz's wonderful raid, but and also we have the Wowhead blog on a Sunday as well, which is another thing. The dark side of Azeroth. I think that would be nice, definitely. I think we've got room to put something. What's the add-on called to hide the add-on icons? The one for this one, mini map button bag or it's called MBB for short. Thank you, Mr. Folgus. That's very kind of you to say so. Here's one guy worth watching. Well, thank you so much. That's very kind of you. Welcome, one and all. Hope I can at least give you something that is interesting in the way of gold making. This is kind of a modest operation. I've been doing gold making mainly since Legion. When I got flying, I realised that I could make enough gold for a token. That's what got me into gold making at the start. I mean, I did a little bit of gold making throughout Vanilla and Burning Crusade and Wrath of the Lich King. And then I took a large gap because I had a young family at the time, and so I didn't play through Pandaria, Cataclysm or WoD, and then I came back in the middle of Legion, and that's when I really got into gold making. And then since then, the past 3 years, I've also been making content, streaming it, and talking to everyone here and having a wonderful community here. Still didn't hit your 10 million target, Mushy. Oh, I hope you managed to get that at some point. That will be my target over on NA as well. Right, so we've got Samadan is done. We don't have anything cooldown wise. Then let's look at my other characters, mainly my leatherworker and blacksmith. I'm still working. Yes, I think you probably could, Vallegro. It's literally just coming all the way through. I can't. I'm not sure how to. Try timing it out, Vallegro. See what happens. We can always re-enable it afterwards. Started a druid on New Realm recently. I'm working on being able to afford fast flying. So yeah, modest goals. Oh, that's a good start. Very good start, definitely. Still have 1.5 million to go for your cap. Had hoped Relics would be the last push. That's an interesting one, Mr. Ugly, definitely. The Relics are still there in some form, definitely. Right, so let's have a look at... we had some good uncanny sales earlier in the week. I'll just deal with the expires first. Unless you're the owner. Okay, let me give it a go. Let me try. And it's probably a more effective way of doing this. Let me just move that window a little bit. There we go. I timed out my own bot. Something feels wrong doing that. But it's a temporary fix. There we go. I'm sorry, poor bot. There we go. So we've got a couple of things. Coarse leather, gauntlets and waistguard. It's always worth listing these on. If you don't already, the coarse leather gear does still occasionally sell. So there we go, we'll open up that and then we'll post up all of this lot back on. We've got some cooldowns to do on this character as well. So I'll run a post scan here. Let us all go through. And those quite expensive in terms of deposit cost. They are a little bit, but I tend to think of deposit costs as something I eat up as part of my running costs of the whole auction house thing. I didn't see the deposit fee of that one. What was the name of the add-on? It was called Mini Map Button Bar, or MBB for short. Just like MBB, I think, if you do a search for that, or Mini Map Button Bar is the other one there. This one here. Button bag, not bar, sorry. Glad Plays wanting a Silas. What kind of Silas would you like? Think of deposit costs as overhead. Yes, pretty much. If I see it in there, Glad Plays, I might have missed that earlier. Hold on. For those that don't know, this is a thing we do on here because of the whole Silas proc thing for alchemists. I started doing a Khan style, Wrath of Khan style Silas, and now we just do a Silas in the style of anyone, basically. Bag and bar too, makes more sense. Yeah, bar would make more sense, certainly. MBB worked. Okay, there we go. Yes, that's right, Frankie. It's an easy one to forget. Alright, did I get all of this on? Let's just check. Everything is on there. We need to do some cooldowns here, so /TSM task list, and then we can do our magnificent hide. We'll use TSM for this one, and we can craft these, do our cooldowns. There we go. We got crafted Dreadful Gladiator's Iron Skin Tunic, so we're collecting recipes here as well. The funniest I can. Okay, Glad Place, I'll give that a go. I'll do a happy one. Okay, so that's all done. Good morning, Persephone. Lovely to have you here. Right, let's do a Silas for Glad Place. Let's go. Okay. I'll just do a jolly, almost Father Christmas Silas. Okay. Silas. There you go. I hope that worked for you, Glad Place. Thank you, Valego, for doing the shout out for Persephone. There we go. As in Murloc. I don't think I could do a Murloc one. There we go. Yeah, the bot is timed out. That's the problem we have here. Should have used a deep voice. I should have done actually for a Santa Claus type one. I won't do any more on Earth, and there's plenty we can do on garrisons at the moment. The other character is my blacksmith El Morte, who is also in his garrison. So the main thing we're doing here is we're going to have a look at collecting as many recipes as possible. Mainly leatherworking and blacksmithing, because I've got a feeling with the whole relic and the item squish and everything that's coming in pre-patch, we're going to see some interesting things coming through on this point. So I think we will see. I think we'll see some interesting opportunities here. I mean, in terms of professions wise, we're at 40% on blacksmithing. Still got a long way to go. Welsh Beard, love the name. Thank you so much for your sub. Welcome aboard. Lovely to have you here. A whole lot of emotes for you to use as you will. Welcome to the Samadan squad. There we go. We'll have some more emotes coming soon. Have a cam now. Fantastic. The other thing I'm thinking of here is making sure that I can make some of the weapons that have special effects on them, which would be really nice. I don't know if they will sell for twinks and things like that. Hikons has a cam now. Oh, fantastic. That's brilliant. Is Hikons in here? Did I see you coming in? So many people coming in I didn't see. Everyone's free. There we go. 5 thread for 5 will be the final build when Shadowlands released. Do you think so, Comlet? No, he's streaming at the moment. Oh, okay. I can give you a fiery war axe. I got one today from Alderman. That sounds interesting. I'm going for. Is that something you can craft? Is that a recipe? Let's have a look. That's the main thing I'd be wanting to look at here at the moment. Fiery war axe. No, I don't think it's on here, is it? Not a craftable. Yeah. Because too many items use a thread, and some are 100 thread. Ah, right, you think so? Okay. Yeah, he's got a gift, not a cam. Is what I thought last time. Yeah, exactly. Need a green screen for YouTube channel, but the Gato one you want is so expensive. A green sheet should hopefully do well. The main thing with green screens, it's all about the lighting on it, getting enough light on it. Yeah, it could be interesting to see what happens with that. We've got a few things to do here in terms of upgrading our garrison plots. Alchemy Lab level 2. So we can get some catalyst going on this character and send over to our main alchemist. We also want to do some daily cooldowns here. So we'll go through and task list /TSM task list. I should make a macro of that really. Now Seekers of Drain or Blacksmithing I don't need to do anymore, so I'm going to hide that one. and I'm just going to focus on these ones. I can probably just hide these ones as well because those aren't really needed. And then we can use the TSM window here and craft each of the things we need here. There we go, crafted Malevolent Gladiator's Dreadplate Shoulders. Goddess approved the interview and will be released as a special edition after my stream is done. Oh, fantastic, Jack. That'll be interesting. I highly recommend people go check out Jack's website and bookmark it for later. Been crafting the last 3 or 4 hours. Wow, okay. But so pricey. Sucker for Corsair branded stuff. I've not really gotten much into branded stuff, other than perhaps my microphone, the Rode microphone, I find is really solid. So I'd be inclined to get another one of those in the near future, definitely. What have we got over there on Herds? Just a few of the usual ones. Did we post our auctions on this character? I can't remember. Let me check. Looks like we must have done. I'll run a post scan anyway. Yeah, nothing on there. Did we actually open our mailbox? No, we didn't. We got even further behind on that one. So all expired. Uncanny selling gear has been selling quite well, the blacksmithing. I haven't posted any on for a while. We did sell some mono hardened stirrups, so we'll take those as well. We'll post the rest of this lot on. We could probably do with some restocking, but I'm going to wait till after pre-patch because these items are going to change to item level 73, I believe it is, not 87. So I may have to trash these and make some new ones, and then I'm going to have some interesting thing. Yes, I've got another unfinished building over in the corner as well. Thank you, Bramblefarm. I think that's my barn. Let's go have a look. We'll do that at the same time. And we'll go around and finalise that one. There we go, so that's our... Oh no, that's the inn. So we can do the head hunting, which we need to do for our mine, I believe, in terms of getting a follower for that. So that's the difference between those, definitely. You have a Yeti one, you like it, it's known to upgrade, exactly. Devos, thank you so much for stopping by. Good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. So I need to go back to these characters and do a little bit more on the garrisons and things like that. I just want to go through all my other characters. Yes, we were talking about that earlier, Vallegra. I haven't set it up yet. People were talking about using a phone, which could be quite interesting. Now, Bridget's my engineer and potential dual crafter, but we haven't done a lot on either profession really, so they're a long way off of being set up. There's a lot more we need to do here. So we'll give this a look, certainly. I do wonder why Blizzard refuses to do old world crafting enchant. Old world crafting takes a long time, so I'm used to BFA crafting with the enchant. Yeah, it's oh, we've got that popping up as well. Some things just take an inordinately long time to craft, like well, netherweave bags being one of them. You inside in the shape of his long boy heart emoji, just like Taliesin has. That's a good idea, Yellow. I like that. So we've literally got 3 items on here. It's not a lot at all. We do need to do our daily cooldown though, so let's fly around and do that. I should have done that before I flew round. We are trying to make our first sky golem at some point. We're very close, actually. Looking at this, we should have nearly... How many do we have? We have 29. So one more day and we can make our first sky golem and look into what we can do about selling that. So that's an option for the future, or for the near future in fact. So I'll keep an eye on that. In the meantime, we can just leave this character at the moment. She's not doing a decent amount here. So we'll just go through and post that lot on. Trying to sell all your cloth, but not successful as you wish. A little too greedy, spent a lot of gold on it. Don't try and dump it now, DevOps. Keep hold of it because the prices are at an all-time low for a lot of them, and there are still some vendor shuffles to be had. Yeah, it's try not to react too quickly to the markets, definitely. Yeah, I would. Would I sell it now or hold until Shadowlands? For the Sky Golem, I may try and sell it now, but I would sell it for a good percentage of crafting cost. So even if they go, I would set my minimum price to be quite high, so that if it doesn't sell, I will at least save it for Shadowlands and see what happens to the price over time. Would be my main options there. Right, let's jump over to my one and only Horde character, who is Nadamas, my priest. I used my 120 boost on you. Let's go have a look. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can sell to other players, as Alexia says. I know, but the greed. It was tempting. I mean, I myself got caught up in that at the moment. It's 53,999. So what is the profit on that, I wonder? I haven't looked into my own profit margins yet on that, so I'll have to have a look. So things I'm doing on this character, I am literally just doing the alchemy cooldown, like so. And then I am selling everything that you can buy on the Brutasaur. So I've sold a little bit of nylon thread this past few days, and my anchor weed that I did with the daily cooldown. So that's 716 gold. So this character has 46,000 gold, which is pretty much all they do, is selling these two items. I'm doing very well, thank you, Avastus. It's an easy way of making a group out of the things you can craft and the ones you still didn't learn to. Not that I can think out of the ones you still haven't learned. The best way to make what you can craft is to go into here under your groups and go under your TSM groups and create a profession group from this, and then it will create a group based on everything you can craft there. That will just put everything into one group. I won't do it here on this one because I don't want to keep it in my groups here, but that's how you do that normally. Can't you filter by unlearned? Would that work though in terms of groups? I'm not sure. Because if you do your expand, deselect all, you can't actually filter by unlearned in this tab, certainly. Have skill ups and have maps. We don't have the unlearned available in TSM here, so I don't think that would work. Yeah, I don't think that would work this way around because you don't have a unlearned tab in the TSM window. It's only in the regular one here. The only way you'd then go through that is to do a search for these on the base group and then add them in that way perhaps. But that would be very, very time consuming. Yeah, I don't think that would work. Good idea though, good idea. Definitely. Right, did I pick everything up? Yes, I did. So we'll simply go along here. We will post on all our auctions.
To trade needs to be at least 2 centuries old.
And then those will all go on. Anchor weed going on for 30 gold. And then check my auctions. And then using my TSM group, we will go here and we will buy anything we have sold, which should be a little bit of, what was that, nylon thread, 91 nylon thread, which is what we sold, and then we'll post those back on, and that keeps us stocked up. We'll post that on, and then that is us done with this character. That's literally all we do here. So I'll come out of there, and I'll just move that back up. Right, okay, so log back out. Okay, so we got, who sells you 5 million gold? You need them pronto. I think that would be hard to come by now. What you'll be better off doing is trying to earn the 10 million gold throughout Shadowlands and getting it on the black market auction house. I fear you are probably too late for getting the Brutasaur before pre-patch. Just post what the profit would be for me if you sold a Sky Golem today on EU Shadows. Oh, right, okay. Thank you, Valegra. Alright, got a few things we haven't organised here, so I'll just move those around. And then jump into the... Now, this character doesn't really sell a great deal of stuff. This is literally just stuff picked up whilst adventuring. That's all this is. So it's not really a primary gold making character. So I'll run a post scan on you. Let this all go through. It looks like Samadan bot has come back from the timeout. We'll see how it gets on with everything here. See how that goes. If it reports too much too quickly, then we'll time out the bot again. What did I suggest I do watch first? Start off with TSM, having no experience previously. I would start with the playlist I pointed to earlier. Start at the beginning. That shows you how to install TSM. That shows you how to get set up, and then gets you started with professions and then sniping. Magicuz, who's doing a 5 million giveaway, he did give out 50 million gold today though. He did, yes. That is Magicuz who gave us the raid from earlier. There we go, thank you Vesamora. John, thank you so much for the cheer.
John 9 cheered. X100. Hey all, don't forget to subscribe so Sam has to wear his onesie. Also he is an amazing streamer, come on hype train.
Thank you John, that's very kind of you to suggest that to everyone. Yes, I have got a goal, for those that haven't spotted it, above my sub goal, above my head. I have a sub goal of if I get to 350 this month, then I will be doing a stream in a Chewbacca onesie. I think you should do giveaway 2 with 950 of us in chat. Would be great, yes. Wink, wink. In terms of gold, I have 1.2 million, so I certainly couldn't give enough for someone to be able to get a Brutosaur, certainly. Great weekly economy wrap-up on Wowhead. It was amazing to see your name there as well. No problem, Solheim. I saw it because you posted your content on my Discord, and I thought it was brilliant, so a pleasure to share it, certainly. He just gave away gold and raided me, so teach you how to get gold. Exactly. I am the person to come to if you've got any questions about TSM. Myself or anyone in chat will be more than happy to answer your questions. My gold making empire is certainly very modest compared to someone like Magicuz, but I do make enough gold for my token prices, for my tokens to be able to buy game time and to get my Brutosaur. So I'm very happy with the amount I make on a daily basis. And if I can share that with other people and help them, then that is mission accomplished. Right, let's have a look. Let's go back to the restocking list. Let's go back to the top and start restocking on these characters. There we go.
Lamnakan cheered. X100.
Lamnakan, thank you so much for the cheer. That's very kind of you. Nightmares, good morning to you, watching all the way from Perth, Western Australia. It's very early here, about 4:30. Can't stay for long, off to work. Well, it's lovely to have you here. Thank you for stopping by. You have almost 1 million without ever having played the auction house, but only because you actually sold a spare Nightsaber Cub for 500k a year or two ago. Had it lying around for years. That sounds brilliant. That's a brilliant start, certainly. Okay, so we've done all of our bits and pieces so far in terms of restocking our auctions. The next thing is to think about collecting recipes and restocking our auctions. We'll see what happens after that. What do I think about trying to control the icky battle pet market? Doesn't the icky, the effect of icky, hasn't that been nerfed with Shadowlands and pre-patch? I'm not a big pet person, so I don't know. I need to start bribing the cats to join the stream. Yes, they're not with us tonight, sadly. It's been a few streams. I think Cookie's too much food orientated at the moment. Yeah, we do have. I mean, if you see the sub coming in, that's my cat Oreo. We've got 2 cats, Oreo and Cookie. It took ages to get it sold on a low pop realm. So, well, it's good that you got it sold, certainly. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought Icky's effects weren't as good or as promising as they are currently. Other players. Is there a way to use other players' TSM profile without using Pastebin copy and paste? I think Pastebin's kind of the best option really for it. That's the main thing.
Nice7mar3s just subscribed. Even if I don't catch you live often, Sam still a big fan.
Well, thank you, Nice7mar3, as Brian says. But Nightmare, thank you so much. That's very kind of you using your Prime. Kicking off a hype train, nonetheless, that is amazing. Thank you so much. Hold of emotes for you. Now you've started things. John's kicked in.
John9 cheered. X200. Hype hype.
Thank you so much. You have a cat named Oreo as well? Oh, that's fantastic. That is wonderful. And Azzy's coming in with another 100. Thank you so much.
Azzy828 cheered. X100.
Thank you. Thank you both. That is amazing. So yes, we have Oreo and Cookie. They're not here at the moment, but I can see if I can find a photo of them for you. Let's just find them here. Let's go over here.
John's back cheered. X100. Samadan 1 thumbs.
Thank you so much, John's back. That's very kind of you. Right, I'll show you photos of them as kittens because we always like kitten photos more than anything else.
Dayaki 137 cheered. X100.
Daki.
Some cheers for you, my good sir.
Well, thank you so much, Daki. That's very kind of you. So this is Cookie as a kitten. She's not a kitten now. She's about 7 years old. And we'll find Oreo. Where's Oreo? I think he's on his own photo. There we go. All right. And this is Oreo. There we go. If you want cute cats, these are ours as kittens. They're not kittens now. That's amazing. Lamnican, thank you so much for gifting us up. That is amazing. Thank you. There we go. And that is Oreo turning over. Thank you so much, Natty, gifting a sub as well. So that's, you can see Oreo there turning over. We have him have Oreo as an emote. He is now, Oreo is a big boy now. He is 7.2 kilograms of fluff. We call him Fluff Morn. And let me see if I can find a photo of him larger. Right. This is Oreo as an older cat now. He's full of fluff. There we go. And let's see if I can find a photo of Cookie later on. Don't think I can find one on this folder. I haven't got a Cookie one. Yeah, all the floof, definitely. He is the floofmeister now, definitely. Canby Summer gifting out a sub as well. That's very kind of you. Thank you so much. And we've got Kuhn Sam in there as well. He is also almost cuteness overload. Yeah, Oreo is he is complete full of fluff. I wish I could show them on stream at the moment. But there we go. Thank you all. That is amazing for your support on the channels. Let me see if I can find any more. Okay, this is pure floof overload. If we're going to go with proper fluffy Oreo, I think that one's also a that's also a classic one. Or we can go for Totorio, looking very elegant. There's that one as well. He looks very elegant in that one, I think. A very handsome boy is Oreo. I was trying to see if I had any others of Cookie, but I don't see any in this folder. Only her at 9 weeks. This was her at 9 weeks. But she's a tortie, so she's a complete madam at the moment. There we go. Quest for me to take more Cookie pics. Yes, definitely. Fishboy, do I have any plans for pre-patch? So, my plans for pre-patch are going to be mainly... I'm going to see what I can do with a vendor flip with the stock that I've got. I'm not going to use it all up at the moment because I've got plenty more that I want to do. Let me just close these down. I think we've seen them all now. That's cat overload. Thank you all. There we go. Yeah, Cookie's lovely. Only the interwebs goes full cat mode. Yes, definitely. So yes, so for pre-patch, I'm going to see what I can... Oh, wow. Sexy Batch, thank you so much for gifting out 5 subs. That has really kicked off the hype train. That is amazing. Now we get 5 Oreos turning over. For those that didn't see my old streams, Oreos, when I used to stream on the floor, Oreo used to sit next to me, and that's where that gif of him turning over comes from. That is very kind of you. Thank you, Sexy Batch, for really kicking the hype train into overdrive there. That is amazing. Can we see some Oreos in the chat? Thank you. You are very, very generous. Thank you. The little paw stretch as well. Yes, definitely. I'll see if I can find that. Hold on. I've probably got that somewhere, so we can show it in its glory. Search for Oreo. Oreo 3 GIF. There we go. This one. That's the one. Bless him. So if I can't actually zoom that one in anymore, actually.
Sexy Batch cheered. X200.
Thank you so much, Sexy Batch. That's so kind of you. So close. There we go. Kicked it off into level 3. That is amazing. Thank you.
Sexy Batch cheered. X100.
That is very, very kind of you. Thank you for kicking that hype train into another level. That is amazing. Thank you. Level 3 complete.
Azzy 828 cheered. X100. Loved the cat pictures. They are a lovely bear.
Thank you, Azzy. Yes, they are. They are wonderful. And Game Cat. Thank you so much. For Natty gifting a sub to Game Cat. Thank you so much, Natty. That's very kind of you. Nasu, thank you so much for the follow as well. That is incredibly kind of you. Loads of emotes for you all. Thank you. Thank you for contributing to that hype train. That is amazing. Level 4 is absolutely wonderful. Thank you. The support really does mean a lot to me. Thank you. What do I recommend investing in at the moment before pre-patch? There's not a lot of time really in terms of investing before pre-patch. What would I do now? I don't think I'd invest in anything specific unless I saw something that was a really good price. I would still look at some materials that people are dumping at the moment. If I find something at a reasonable price, like say rune cloth or mage weave that's well under a gold, like mage weave under 50 silver or rune cloth under a gold, then I might buy that up, certainly. What else would I do? Well, the kind of thing I'm doing now is carrying on with my professions and trying to learn more professions. So I would try and get some of the less known stuff. We were talking about speed sets for druids. Greater than 1 gold prices feels good, man. Exactly. Muscle tough, that's the main problem. That there'll be a leveling boom going on, and we don't know how much levels love their powerful enchants on gear. There's that. You've also got deep sea satin. If you can get some deep sea satin cheaply, making some deep sea bags is going to be useful. If you've got a lot of sumptuous fur, you can make some hex weave bags. That will also be useful. There's a lot of things you can do, certainly. It all depends on what you have available to you at the moment. And we're just holding the chord of critical strike there. Let's see what we actually do need to stock up on here. Gold Goblin Net, good evening to you. Lovely to have you here. Love the emote. I saw your Long Boy parade was absolutely amazing. Can we have a shout out for Gold Goblin Net, a top German gold making streamer? Lovely to have you here. Guten Abend to you, wie geht's? Thank you, Allegro. And Jack. 2 minutes left on the awesome hype train. That is amazing. So thank you. I'm always humbled by all of these hype trains. The level of support you all give is absolutely brilliant. Don't speak Spanish. It was German, Mosseltov. Thank you. Hope you too. Yes, I am definitely. We should organise that. Gold Goblin did a really amazing Brutosaur parade, and it was a brilliant idea. I think we should organise one and do a Brutosaur parade as well.
John 9 cheered. X100. Someone level 5.
Well, thank you, John. That's very kind of you. That's a huge amount. Sounds German as well. Yes, it does. Where was I? Yes, so in terms of things I'm going to do for Shadowlands, is the main thing, in terms of pre-patch, is having a look for all of this. Oh, wow. Zengen, thank you so much. That really kicked it off. Thank you. That is absolutely amazing. That is getting me very, very close to this Chewbacca onesie, let alone this hype train. Level 4 complete. That is absolutely brilliant. Whole load of emotes for you. If you were one of the lucky people to get a sub from Zengen, thank you so much for being so kind. That is brilliant. Please do share some emotes in the chat. That is brilliant. Thank you. Did that one going back to Stormwind, but leveling a banking toon doesn't hurt either. Connor Suds, thank you so much for the follow. Lovely to have you here. So we do a little bit of restocking whilst everyone's coming through there. Robroids, I'm the best. Thank you so much. That's very kind of you to say so. And Dirty Business, thank you so much for the follow as well. So what's the logic behind reflipping Garrison and inscription cards? Just seems like they came out with less gold than the original flip. So that's one for Drizzling Rose to answer. I'm not a card flipping person, but if anyone can answer that in chat, please do. And Floyvin, thank you so much for the follow. I can catch up on the follows now. They've come through at a reasonable pace now, so that's good. We're missing TSM desktop app status here at the moment. One moment, I'm just going to see if I can fix my TSM. I'll just put my BRB screen up for a minute so I can just search for it. I think it's crashed, so I can't find the app there, so I'm going to have to go and find it. Don't want to show off and accidentally dox myself here, so let me just see if I can find that. Where has that gone? Programs. Right, let's just start that up. And okay, I think that did crash. It's backing up the settings. I'll come back in a moment. There we go. There we go. We're back. Okay. There we go. That's back there. That's back there. There's been a TSM app update, I see. Ah, could be. It had the same, just closed down. Right. Most of us have it crashed. Okay. Might as well do a card stats. Yes, Drizzling Rose. We haven't had one of those in a while. Let's see what your card stats are doing. If only WoW actually looked this good. That would be nice, Syncopatics, definitely. It crashed your food times, did it? Right, well, let's have a look. Let's see if that stays up. Okay, that is up to date at the moment. I'll probably have to do a WoW reload, I imagine. So I'm just going to close down my WoW and reopen it up again. Let me just do that. Just let that load through. Just want to check that everything else isn't going to hide anything there. There we go. Okay, we're back. Loading back up again. And let's jump back into Samadan. See what happens there. Yeah, your PC would help, definitely. That fluid simulation that I did for the water fountain, absolutely. I mean, I was using a PC that was a, what was it? It was an i9 with 64 gigs of RAM and a 2080 Ti in it, and it completely wouldn't move back and span even in slow, as we've seen there, Jack 2. Yeah, we have to watch out for that, certainly. I haven't found a way to disable that in any way. There we go. But that absolutely completely killed the machine doing that simulation. Right, we're back with TSM, so that's a good start. Looking at my auctions, they're all fine. Got a nice green tick here now. That's the last app synced. There we go. Okay, right, that is amazing. Thank you, Rose.
Drizzling Rose cheered. X100. Drizzle 7 Bayleaf card stats. Drizzle 7 WoW token. I have since December opened 546,000 cards with a total value of 2,545,000.
Oh, it got cut off. I think that was the hype train finishing. Thank you. Level 5 completed. That was amazing. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Rose. I'll read out the rest of your things in a moment. Let's share our emotes if you've got those. Thank you, everyone. There we go. Minecraft WoW remakes. Look it up on YouTube. I've not seen it. Or ask Sam what his kiddo did. Yeah, that was true. Thank you, Drizzling Rose, for the cheer. Let's finish off. Total value of, what's that? 2.5 million? Yeah, 2.5 million gold. An average gold per card of 4.6 gold. There we go. That is amazing. Thank you all for that support on that hype train. That was absolutely fantastic. Thank you. It means an absolute world to me, all the support here, so thank you. Thank you all for hanging out. It's been really nice. I'm not finishing, I'm just saying thank you. We're going to carry on and do some restocking here at the moment. So we're going to go through here and go onto my TSM groups, restock selected groups. I'm sure we've got a lot of stuff to make here. Some enchants to make, some food to make, and a bit of uncanny gear as well. I might leave the uncanny gear because I don't want to start making stuff before pre-patch. So I'll leave that one off. Hexweave bag I'll keep on. I've got plenty of hexweave cloth anyway. We've got a lot of stuff we need to get from the guild bank and the vendor, so we'll use the TSM task list for this. We've got some cooldowns to do as well. Let's get from the vendor that lot. Let's grab that. Let's go to the guild bank. And we can do our hexweave cooldown as well whilst we're here. We need Gorgon Flytrap for that, so we're going to have to go to our garrison to deal with that. We can get this lot from the guild bank. Ella Jota, hello to you. Lovely to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Cannot sell transmog store. Is there any resource you can visit to understand how to do your TSM focused on selling transmog, please? Transmog, I tend to use some combination of DB region more than anything else. For me, transmog is a secondary market. In order to get transmog to sell, it's a slow, long seller. You need to have a lot of it available to be able to sell transmog in any capacity. So it's not You're actually saying buy the bolts of imbued frostweave from the auction house. That's interesting. And the enchanting crafts from the large prismatic shards. Okay, let's have a look at those. A couple of things we need to do there. Anyone notice that Kultiran druids have to pop out of cat form when mining in the garrison, but shaman don't go out of ghost wolf, neither do walk and druids. That's interesting. I wonder why. What else did I miss there? That was from John's paper, wasn't it? And seems like you haven't fixed the barn follower yet. No, I think that's still a bug, isn't it? Keep on reporting it is the best thing you can do at that point, really. So let's look at what we get from the auction house here. Void crystals, small prismatic shards. It depends on the prices of those more than anything else. Let's scan those and see what happens. So void crystals look cheap. I need 6 of them. They're at 4 gold 50, 74 of those, and then they're 6.99. My average purchase price 265 of them. 7 is average. 84 silver is the lowest. I'll take this 74 here at 450. We'll keep those. Now small prismatic shards look very expensive, and the bolts of imbued frostweave also look very expensive there, so I won't do those. Can I show and explain the restocking in TSM? So this is all to do with crafting operations, is how this all set up. I do have the videos on this, but it's best sometimes to just talk about it. So each of my professions has crafting operations, so I've got all of my enchanting here, the things that I want to sell here, my rings, the accords, the good ones, has an operation here for me to make 15 of each. So whenever I sell my accords, and then if my stock level goes below 15, the next time I go and do a TSM restock, then it will make, say I sold 7 of them, and then I'll make, TSM will tell me to make another set of 7 to put back on the auction house. And these have different operations on them. This has 2 of each, and this has 10 of each. So it all depends on the crafting operations, and these have different items in them, and tells me what to make. And this is all what I've set up as my own groups, basically. So that is the heart of that, and then that's what kicks off the whole task list for missing materials that I then need to collect. So that's kind of like a rough overview of how I get to this point. The what items go in what groups and how many of them to make is all decided by myself. Lord, 15. I do 2. Yeah. Do any TSM 4.10 Shadowlands publicly? No, I haven't done anything with Shadowlands yet. There hasn't been a version of TSM available to look into the Shadowlands side of things. Once there is, then I'll definitely start doing those. So Bolt of Imbued Frostweave we're going to make ourselves. We're not going to get them on the auction house. And some of these I think are asking for different things. We'll look at those in more detail later. We'll do the simple ones first. The Bolts of Netherweave. We'll start those so we can use the task list here to craft those. Do you know if there's a way to restock only when you don't have enough on all toons or a certain toon? If I'm mailing my crafts to an auction house alt, I don't want to restock on a crafting toon when you have enough. So TSM should take into account how many you've got across all characters. Right, what else have we got here? Ember Silk Cloth, we'll make some of those. And then the Bolts of Imbued Frostweave. Once we've got a smaller list here, we can actually deal with these in a bit more detail. Will the Shadowlands professions be in the Unlearned tab? I don't know actually, GameCat. That would be interesting if they are. Okay, so now we can make some more Bolts of Imbued Frostweave this way. So I'll go through here and use the list here. You'd have to use the same profile on all accounts though. No, I don't think so. The profiles will take into account the stock that you have, certainly. We're missing something here. We've made the Bolt of Frostweave. We still need 1 Bolt of Frostweave, so I'm going to go through here. Bolt of Frostweave, I'm going to make one here. I'm going to do this manually here, and then I'm going to get myself another 6 bolts of imbued frostweave. Then hopefully that will update in a moment. There we go. Yeah, at least look at the mailbox. You need to, TSM needs to register some things. Yeah, accounts will do sync, but TSM needs to look in, the same with your bank as well. If you craft out of your bank, you need to keep an eye on that as well. Right, okay, so let's have a look here. Let's open up the mail. It's gone a little laggy here. Let's see what happens here. It's not me, is it? No. My stream seems to be okay from that point of view. Unless I've been disconnected from WoW. We'll have a look, see what happens. I'll try a /reload. Just in case. There we go, see what happens there. In PTR they are in the Unlearned tab. Oh, okay, brilliant, thank you, Xenon. So that means we could at least have a look, certainly. Whether we can make things, I don't know. Well, we can't make things, obviously, because they're in the Unlearned tab. But I'm wondering whether there's a way we can set up some TSM groups based on those, because they're in the Unlearned tab. Maybe they're in the, if they're in the item database, then we should be able to, shouldn't we? That would make more sense. Okay, so we've got a few different things we need here. Some things missing. We might have to do this a little bit manually, though. So, bolt of frostweave we still need, and bolt of mageweave we need here. So we need 4 bolts of frostweave and 6 of mageweave. So bolt of frostweave will make 4, and then mageweave I can make some from here, so I'll just make them straight from here. It's because I've got some bolts actually on another character, which actually confuses TSM, because sometimes it's actually just more convenient to make them ourselves here, which we'll do now, and that should take the switch to Hellfire off. Stream is okay, thank you, Vallegro. I wasn't sure because my mailbox just seemed to hang for a minute there. It was probably a TSM issue. Okay, so we're on to now. We now need to have a look at large prismatic shards and small prismatic shards. From looking at this, crafting wise, what needs them? That's for the mongoose enchant. Needs 10 large prismatic shards. So what I have is a group for searching for mongoose enchant stuff. So we'll have a look at what's actually going to be the most cost-effective way to deal with this. So I'll go onto my groups here, and I have a special shopping group. Let's go cooking, enchanting. Let's have a look. Prismatics mongoose. Run a shopping scan on these. So what have we got here? We've got large prismatic shards and small prismatic shards. They are very expensive looking at the moment. 20 gold here for the small, even though my smart average buy price is 98 silver. That's a big difference there. Region sale average is 5 gold, and these are at 20 gold now. Large prismatics are at 147, so that's a decently large amount as well. Now let's look at the profit margins of a mongoose to see whether it's worth us actually buying them up at that point. I'm not sure is my first instinct on that. Yeah, those are very expensive at the moment. Mongoose, profit total is 1,700, looking at that one. If I was to search for mongoose, mongoose has a crafting cost. Yeah, it's a 219 crafting cost, needing 10 large prismatic shards, which are currently telling me 29 gold. Can I use void shatter on cheap void crystals? Now that is the issue I have. I don't believe I have void shatter. That was the wrong window. Let me just go over, because that one relied on reputation, I believe. Void. There it is. Unlearned. Void focus. That's tailoring. Wrong profession. Hold on. There we go. Void sphere. Unlearned. There we go. Void shatter. So I need Shattered Sun, Offensive, Honoured. is the thing I need here for the void crystals. That would be a much more cost-effective way of doing it, looking at that. So looking at that, Shattered Sun Offensive Honoured. So this is, for those that are familiar with my streams, this is how I fall down a rabbit hole and squirrel trail and end up doing something completely unrelated. Or it is related, but it has a several chain process to get there. So looking at my character here, Shattered Sun, that's Burning Crusade, isn't it? Is it in there? Violet Eye, hold on, Shattered City, Shattered Sun Offensive. We are honoured with them. Okay. Oh, Relic redeemed a Silas. What kind of Silas would you like, Relic? Let me know. Why do people buy the mongoose? For levelling is the main reason for that. So Shattered Sun Offensive, we are honoured, and we needed... It was honoured, wasn't it? Let me look. Void, Unlearn, Void Shatter, Shattered Sun Offensive honoured. Right, okay. So we need to go to the Isle of Keldanas, and we can... It is a tangent. It is, definitely. And make it so, Silas. Okay, Relic. We can do that. Okay, Relic, I shall do that one for you. Hold on one moment. We go here. Okay. Make it Silas. Engage. There we go. I don't think I did the card justice, but well, it was close. Have a sticky note with different ideas. That's brilliant. It's a strange Versa enchant, a better to up level. It was good. I could have done the sort of whole Picard, come on, kind of one, but I don't think that would have been the same. Needs Silas Proc 2. You've got 5,000 potions queued up. Wow, Brumblefeld, that is a lot, definitely. Right, okay. So, before we go on this squirrel trail, which it is a big squirrel trail, we need to just have a look. I'm not even sure we'll have time to do the squirrel trail. We'll craft the things we need to craft. We've got a whole list of things to make here. TSM is telling me this is estimated profit of 12,000 gold. So, let's get crafting. We're crafting all day long. For those that remember Bregg's crafting song, that's in honour of him. Got to watch out for the squirrels. It always gives us something decent at the end of it though. Right, I only made one deep sea bag, then we stalled there, so a reload will fix that. And then we'll get that going. What is all this talk about Silas? Didn't know it did something that you saw. So Silas is to do with the alchemy tools of the trade, where it takes your average rank 3 potion from, you create per craft, you create 1.2 potions per craft. With the Silas proc active, that average goes up to 1.7, which means it's actually the only time you can really make potions for a profit in a lot of realms. So we spent, as alchemists, we spend a lot of the time waiting for a Silas proc before we can make our potions, and it sometimes takes a long time to come around. Leonidas from 300 Silas would be epic. This is like Silas, something like that. I think we could probably do that at some point. Hold on, Yelix is redeemed, so that's done. There we go. Have I got some beginner tips for flipping? I have indeed, Brelos. What I would recommend is you head on over to my YouTube channel, and on there I have a Let's Play series, Let's Play NA, and I start with a character at level 1, so it's very slow starting, but I do a lot of flipping on that series. I start flipping materials. I've been flipping relic materials and things like that, and it starts very slowly, working my way through using TSM. So I would recommend giving that a go. first and foremost. Right, let's look at cooking. Using my chef's hat to cook amazingly fast. Get 11 kebabs going, 5 biltongs, and 5 abyssal fried rissoles. We got, oh no, we did get it. I thought we got stuck on that last one. There we go. And enchanting wise, we need to make the rest, and we'll go there. There we go. Thank you, Vallegro, for the link to that one. 3 blue cards in a row. Fantastic, Rose. That's brilliant. Chessy Rules, good night to you. Thank you so much for stopping by. Flipping picks up speed once you have a good stock of things, yes, and a good capital of gold to be able to invest, certainly. Assume stream will go a bit late today. I'm not sure I can afford to go too late, Alexia. Thank you for all the notes. No problem, Chessy Rules. Happy to help. That's what we're here for. Right, let's go through here and we'll post on our auctions. And what I would like to do is see whether we can get that Void Shatter, because we do have the reputation for it, which is handy, but we do need that that spell. So how do I go and get it is the next option. I'll need to look that up. Very slow in the beginning, you'll make bad mistakes. 18k of Kuiperite is your first major purchase. Still having trouble selling it. Yeah, I know the feelings. It sometimes it just takes. It's difficult. It's difficult not to be tempted to invest all of your gold. Certainly. Right. All the things is now telling me I'm at 67% on the recipe mode. That seems quite reasonable. Portal in Shatrath. Okay, that's a good start. Let's go over that way. Thank you, John Speck. Let's go, hold on, I went too far. Let's fly, it's easier. I get disorientated on the ground. I need to look from the sky. It's easier, there we go. And then I can find my portal properly. If I can manage to fly through walls, which doesn't usually work for me, there we go. Don't start with transmog flipping though, no, definitely not. I flip burgers, is where I go. Okay, Shatrath is, I think it's this side. Cameras of Time, there's Shatrath, there we go. You know, I do a different type of gold, thinking of going more into auction houses and stuff. Should I? Yes, definitely, Comlet. It's worth a go. Diversity is always strong. Okay, we need to look up who I need to actually find here. Shatrath Portal. Oh, and then we've got the Portal to Stormwind. And there should be to one to the, there we go, Isle of Keldanas. There we go. Yeah, you flip linen cloth. Fantastic. This is where we need to head, I think. Isle of Keldanas. There we go. Oh, okay. And now I need to find the person. Let's have a look. Hold on, let's close this down. And it was in Enchanting, under Unlearned, under Void. There we go. Idara Dawnrunner. Left click, right click to pop out mini list. Alt right click for plot waypoints. There we go. Easily done. You are over here. Now I can't run here, can I? I think you must be in that building. This may or may not hurt. No, we're okay. I think we're in here. According to the little icon there. Idara Dawnrunner. Let's look inside. Inside the house. Yeah. All the things, that's my first time using all the things to help me there. Idara Shattered Sun Quartermaster.
I have one-of-a-kind items. Right,
so let me browse your goods. Let's use the WoW user interface for this. Okay, so new things. Enchant Chest Dodge. Okay, that's new. And Void Shatter is new. And then those are all dual crafting things. Seeker's Cowl, that's the knees revered. And the tabard on the Shattered Sun. Don't need that. Okay, 2 recipes to learn. This is good. There we go. Gumdrop's interview is live. Void Shatter is learnt. Special edition. I recommend everyone go across. There we go. Fantastic. That felt great doing those. I can see how Kuhn does. Gets into this, certainly. We need to do some more dungeon runs on my leatherworker and things like that. But that was a great way to finish there. Void Shatter is definitely useful because I can use that for the Void Crystals. Because looking at those, enchanting wise, yeah, so Void Shatter we have here. We've got the Void Crystals, which we bought for 4 gold 50, so we can use those for our Mongoose enchant quite easily. How many does it give us there? So if we did 5 of those, create those, then we should be able to make our Mongoose enchant. There we go. There we go. That's easy. And that should give me another one to pop on. There we go. That is much, much better. In fact, I'd probably even go and have a look. Some more deep sea bags going on. Mongoose going on for 2,000 gold. I would look for Void Crystal here. And these at 6.99 and 7 gold 50 would be tempted. Oh, there we go. We sold 2 netherweave bags for 30 gold each. That's fantastic. I've got a load of those, so I'm going to buy these at 6.99, another 55, just so that I've got some. There we go. Okay, so let's head back to Dalaran. We're pretty much done there. You have an alert from the gold dipper. I must go. Well, it looks like everything's lagged out on my stream here. Hopefully that will fix itself in a moment. But I am pretty much done here. Hopefully that's coming back. There we go. Let me just check that that's all right. There we go. I want to say a big, massive thank you to everyone who's hung out in the stream tonight. Absolutely wonderful stream. Thank you, Magicuz, for the amazing raid earlier. That was awesome. Welcome to all the new people who came in. That was an absolute load of people. Thank you all for the support on the 2 hype trains we had today. That was amazing. Thank you to my mods for helping out, and thank you everyone in the chat who helped out whilst answering questions and things like that. That was absolutely amazing. Found you on Reddit. Thank you for doing this. You're more than welcome. More than welcome. And my next stream will be on Tuesday, so I'll hopefully see you all then. We'll do more, well, it'll be pre-patched for some people, not quite pre-patched for myself. We'll do whatever preparation we can before that. Jack's got his interview with Gumdrops on his live on his website if you want to go over and have a look at that. I'll go have a look and see who is currently streaming, see if we can send on the love. Who do we have? Who haven't I done in a while is another option. Right, okay. Oh, there we go. Another netherweave bag sold for 30 gold. That's brilliant. There we go. Tomcat is indeed on. I was considering Tomcat, so I didn't do Tomcat last time, did I, Mushy? So let's have a look. How's Tomcat doing? Arena PvP, gold farming, and add-on writing. That's a healthy mix of things. Let's go send some love over Tomcat's way. Tomcat, the writer of the Tomcat Tours add-on. Let's go set that up. Okay. As Darkwing pointed out, thank you, Vallegro and Darkwing. That's very kind of you both. So / raid Tomcat. It is all one word, isn't it? Let me just check. Yes, it is. Right. Okay. Thank you everyone. Absolute lovely stream. Lovely to have you all here. Thank you all for your support. until next time, which will be Tuesday, happy gold making, and I will see you all very, very soon. Good night and farewell. Let's raid Tomcat. Wow, that's a lot of people. That is amazing. Thank you all.